has been 10,000 years, and yet it appears at long last we are ready. The timer is gone, and when I do this, this is what I see. Well, it's actually been closer to about 2 years since they actually released anything that I could play, but finally, after what feels like 10,000 years, if nothing else since the initial announcement of this, I can finally put my mitts on this. Let's see. I'm gonna put this aside actually, but here we are. Time for me to play like probably 2 hours at the most of this, the PS4 version, before I get way too sleep necessitated to the point where I'm not gonna be able to keep my eyes open. Which I'm honestly surprised didn't happen earlier today, but if it was gonna happen at any point, I suppose now would be the better time. Alright. Also heard like there was supposed to be like a day 1 patch for this, but if I check for updates for this right now, it says it's the latest version, so you know, it's actually, I don't know, maybe it's lagging behind, but I suppose there's not much of a point in getting too concerned over that right now, just because I'm gonna be playing this again on Steam tomorrow morning. Because it's actually gonna release on there tomorrow morning. But let's see. I'm not even looking at this at these options. I am noticing that the vibration function option isn't capitalized, which I find interesting. Target animation on, blood will be red. You can change the color of the blood, interestingly. Alright. Swap confirm and the back buttons I think will be fine right now. I guess that would be so to make it the control scheme closer to the original Metroidvanias you've seen, like the DS. Because that had the Nintendo button configuration where B is the button on the bottom and A is the button on the right, but I think we'll be fine with this for now. I don't think it's gonna be that disruptive, but let's see. Yeah, I'm pretty sure these controls are pretty much the same as the last demo that was released 2 years ago around this time. But hey, Redbird, it's time to finally begin this and see what I will discover. Well, I discovered a lot of save files. Sure, we'll use the second one from the top. I'm gonna have the default name of Miriam, or not. Never mind, you can actually change this. Oh boy, okay. Okay, guess we're not gonna be called Miriam. We're gonna be called, decisions. What should I call myself here? I don't know, what's a meme that I've seen? Oh god, this is a terrible idea. I feel it's fitting for yeah, there we go. Apparently only normal difficulty is selectable right now. It's a fitting name for pretty much a test run that I'm not gonna see all the way through to the end right away. Oh boy. Oh, I'm very, very interested as to what I'm going to see, but yeah, so far it looks like a lot of these hints, loading hints or whatever they are very, indicate mechanics that are similar to the Metroidvanias that I know. Oh boy, here we are.
The Industrial Revolution ushered in a new era that threatened to transform the values of men. No longer would spirituality be their compass, but not all welcomed the change. In 1783, just as the fires of the Laki eruption had plunged all of Europe into an ashen darkness, a horde of demons spilled from the shadows and fell upon city after English city. It was a message. The Alchemy Guild, fearing the rise of industrialism and abandonment by their wealthy patrons, had done the unthinkable to defend their existence. Through recondite arts, the alchemists had created shard binders, humans transplanted with crystal that attuned them to demonic power. They sacrificed the shard binders, and in doing so threw the gates of the world open to demonkind. Countless innocents died, and though the church succeeded in vanquishing the Hell's End, a steep price had already been paid and collected. As for the shard binders, they were presumed to have all died in the sacrificial rite. However, 2 survived. Jebel, a boy for whom by some miracle the rite did not prove fatal. And Miriam, a girl who spared the rite altogether on account of the strange slumber that took her just before it could begin. 10 years have passed. Mankind too soon forgets tragedy. The demons have returned, presaged by a great castle. And on this very hour, Miriam awakens. Upon learning Jebel is the architect of this new, bloodstained ritual, Miriam and the alchemist Johannes set forth for the accursed castle. Their galleon cuts through the water, lancing towards the inevitable.
Oh boy, here we go. Wonder if we get the title drop here, or if that's gonna be for after the introductory stage, because I presume that's gonna be more or less the same as what we saw in the demos. Oh boy. Let's see what the new dialogue scenes look like, I suppose.
Johannes, are you certain it was...
It was Jebel's doing, Miriam. No mistake.
And we still got to advance these, manually, I guess.
So hard to believe. I wouldn't even be alive if not for him. He's a good soul.
But I see they've still got the same poses in the demos.
I know.
I'm not complaining, just
But the facts are
pointing that out. Interesting artwork they had in the intro scenes as well. Hello, Doxilla and Default. Wanna stay for a bit, but also spoilers, well, yeah, I don't blame you for that. I appreciate you stopping by for a little bit. And if you do end up going because of spoilers, I would not blame you at all if you chose to do that.
And the hell he endured 10 years ago would break the best of souls.
Well, then pretty much... What's that sound? Hold on. Okay, that might be from the game, actually. I thought I heard, like, some vague, like, popping sounds, like if rain was getting in or something, but that might be from the game, I guess.
Miriam, I want you to know that I'm sorry. What my brothers subjected you to... There's no forgiving it.
It was their transgression, not yours. You always took care of us.
Obviously, not enough.
Well, let it go, Johannes. We need to focus on the task ahead. If Jebel is responsible for the summoning, then I have to stop him. I gave him my word.
I ought to do it. He was my best friend.
Turn the game volume up a bit.
But I'm the only one who can. The shard experiments prepared me for combat. Let them amount to something. 10 whole years. What put me in that sleep?
I would like to know too.
I wish I had the answer. All I know is the spell that stopped time for you was advanced, arcane. But by observing the ebb of the magic's hold on you, I was able to predict exactly when you would wake up.
Oh, I see.
We'll make landfall soon. You should get ready. I had the chest there packed with essential equipment. Now would be a good time to put it on.
Alright. Chest there to the right, I guess. So we got fancier, gloomier lighting effects in this part, but if I hold up, you got the poses. Oh boy. This was pretty much confirmed for a while, but it's pretty much the same deal as in some of the games, like Portrait of Ruin, where you hold up and you get weird poses. I guess this might also be a bit of a nod to Order of Ecclesia, because she's got like the rose corruption crystal thing on her back, which I guess would be like Shanoa's tattoo. I don't know. But you can just do this over and over again for those two poses. Can't talk to Johannes again right now. But if we don't get the chest, we have an inexorable door in our way. Impregnable. Knife, kung fu shoes. Oh boy, yeah, this looks different. We can actually rotate the model of her a little bit. And also pan up and down, I guess, so we can see the cosmetics. We can select this. Yeah, this looks very similar to the demo for the most part. As far as aesthetics, with some subtle improvements that you see. So let's see, we can kung fu shoes or a knife. Guess we'll go with the shoes, because they're probably gonna be faster. We have the Ares' horn, so you can remove that and have her just have the normal hair, but this is like the look that she has in all the official artwork, so what the fuck, that's like the freaking... like that one helmet from the Skyrim guy. She also has that blue scarf, which you can remove it, and, well, you know, that also disappears from her model. You can also realize that we have no shards whatsoever. Or anything in our inventory, or anything in the archives, maybe? Oh boy, we can take a gander at how many demons we got, apparently. We have at least 128 demons in this here game. Items, quests, alchemy notes, or the crafting thing, I suppose, compendium. Oh boy, we can learn about a variety of topics in this. I want to pick this up on Switch when it drops later this month, as opposed to the PC or PS4. Yeah, it's a thing that has been pointed out to me very frequently as I've been on the Bloodstained Discord, but pretty much I'm not probably gonna be there for a while until I get to play through most of this game by myself. But yeah, the Switch copies, I think, because of the logistics of the patch. That's supposed to come out at launch. That I don't even know if it's been applied to this version yet, the PS4 one. I think that's pretty much the reason, but it's delayed 1 week versus pretty much every other version. Let's see, what can we learn here? 72 demons of Solomon and other creatures of hell that attend them. The Hellhole is the capsule that Miriam is exploring, was summoned into the same space occupied by the former Alchemy Guild. Interesting. Spiritus Aureum Guild once possessed great influence over the aristocracy, but their power began to wane at the dawn of the Industrial Revolution. They called for the heart of demons to prove the need for their existence, just like in real life. Shardbinder is people who were implanted with special crystal that binds them with demonic power. It's the corruption, basically. We've been told about that a lot in the lead up to this, but we haven't actually seen this in horrible amount of detail yet. Left unchecked, it will corrupt entirely. Johannes has found a way to temporarily halt Miriam's corruption, but cannot reverse it. But most of them are sacrificed, as we were told in the intro. Hey, check it out, the attribute legend. You can actually tell what those are supposed to be, I guess. Slash thrust. I thought thrust was spears, because I know that some of these things were also in the demo, these icons. Strike, fire, ice, thunder, light, dark, poison and curse, and stone seems a bit similar to what we saw in the other Metroidvanias, but let's see. Shardbinder has lived for 18 years and been frozen in time for another 10. Excuse me, I know how to read, I swear. So she's totally legal, you guys. You can not have to fret about that. She was taken as a child by the Alchemy Guild and implanted with crystal that lets her wield demonic powers. Was to be sacrificed in the Great Demon Summoning, but she fell into a deep sleep which apparently ruined that and was spared. And Jebel, a man she loves like a brother, may have opened the gates of hell once again. And Johannes, we only get an entry on Jebel yet, but Johannes, let's see. He apparently wasn't about the organization's darker plans. Allied himself with Dominique and the church, using his skills as an alchemist to learn more about the shards and predict when Miriam would wake, and apparently he did. He's apparently age 33, whereas Miriam is 28 technically, even though she's physically 18. I don't know if she actually aged when she was asleep. And these have categories, what do you know? Oh boy, we got statistics. Book checkouts. Interesting. Techniques, which we don't know about yet. It seems like it might be like the skills from Portrait of Ruin and the journal. Maybe we need to collect that book, 'cause that says, read the journal of an unnamed alchemist, yeah. So it wouldn't be like a journal that we're writing. Anyway,
The next order of business is
been fucking with that long enough, let's actually play the game.
I'll take care of it.
I'll kick you to death. So that works the same way. Oh boy, I got a trophy for that. I wonder what the rest of the trophies are in this. Oh boy. Apparently 98.5% of the people who've gotten this. How the fuck have people been getting the... Okay, so this one, there's a few of these that have not been collected at all yet. That's good, since, you know, the game released like 2 hours ago, worldwide, pretty much. Or, not, I don't know if it's worldwide, but like at the parts of the world that would have gotten it the earliest. Which is apparently North America, and apparently though someone completed the map or did something to get that already. That's promising. I guess maybe it would be like if people who got their copies, like physical copies. I'm pretty sure that wasn't... the physical copies aren't restricted by like the timer, so they could have done that a lot sooner. But hey, shards, they're basically the same as the souls from the Sorrow games.
Is that a shard?
I'd forgotten the way it felt. Like uninvited claws scraping across my bones.
The demon's power was transmuted into that shard, which forcibly bonded to the crystal embedded in your body. The strength you gain from it is undeniable, but eventually, the crystal will devour you.
You know what, 1 second, let me see, I think... Okay, no, never mind, I was gonna say I think I have the volume from the capture device. Set kinda low, but apparently that's not it, it's just the volume on my end that's kinda low.
I thought the procedure you discovered halted the corruption.
It did, but that doesn't guarantee you'll be safe if you start absorbing shards in massive quantities.
I know my body's limits better than anyone.
Just trust me on this.
I'm going to need all the power I can get. And if I run into trouble, you can help me. You've done it before. You'll do it again.
Thanks for giving me a choice in the matter. Well, I won't let you down. Not if I can help it. Just promise you won't push yourself.
Okay, well I'm glad that they wrote out the onomatopoeia for that, as opposed to fucking screams in parentheses for Browner at the end of Portrait of Ruin. Guess they learned their lesson since, like, over the course of the past 12 years.
The demons from the castle must have infested the ship.
Then they can help me wake up these muscles of mine. I'll wipe the deck with them.
Oh boy, I can't wait to get murdering. And yeah, we can either do the shoes or we can do the knife, I guess. I don't know, it looks like they're about the same as far as speed and range, and they have the same, what do you call it? Have the same attack, but okay, they have different attributes. This one is strike and this one is pierce. But I think I'm gonna stick with the shoes for now. Oh boy, here we go. Well, I mean, this was a stage that was in the very first demo that was released, so oh boy, we got new information that we're unlocking as we go. This is new. We can learn about the Morty demon, Morte. Spawns in Galga, Minerva, Arventville, and the entrance, so a little bit of a spoiler for areas we haven't been to yet, even though I'm pretty sure those areas were also in the last demo that was released, so... Reminder that that demo that I'm talking about is 2 years old at this point. Lesser demon that must draw form and sentience from other sources. It's also very gross black goop. But yeah, this Galleon stage was pretty much in, you know, around since the very first demo, so... Guess I'm kinda curious to see exactly what's gonna be new about it in this 1.0 release. I can't go this way, that's right. I say that's right as if I knew that, but no, I hadn't actually noticed that. I don't actually have this memorized, because I've never beaten this game. Because, you know, this game just came out. Making these consumables from the inventory, oh boy.
Maybe I just need to hold my hand up to it.
Yeah, that'll be... That's very magical. I mean, I say as if this wasn't already one of the demos, but it was. You can wave your hand around and just shoot little magic particles everywhere. And also, use these Squiddy's powers against them, because we already absorb the shard from one of them automatically as part of the tutorial, I guess. The intro thing. You can also fight the ILO, which is... I think I actually mentioned that at some point, because I replayed the demo, the final demo of this a little bit, a couple times. Sort of in preparation for this, just to see, like, what all the enemies' names were in that. Oh boy. A little bit difficult to get the ILO to stay there, but hey, we get a new archive for that, because we're gonna get that every time we kill a new enemy. Sima. A pelagic multiped that occasionally leaves the sea to torment the land. He also has gross teeth and no eyes. ILO is a half-bred creature that can raise winds with its wings, so you can look at that, you can rotate the enemy models too, like in some fancy schmancy 3D game, like Kingdom Hearts or something. Oh boy. Good stream, man. I'm gonna turn in for the night tide. Good night, Doxilla. Appreciate you stopping in. Probably not gonna be playing this for an awfully long time right now, as I said, though, because I'm probably gonna be passing out in short order, but... And then I'm pretty much gonna replay all this in a much more expedient fashion, I expect, when I can actually play the Steam version tomorrow morning. Ooh. Ow. Oh boy, doesn't that feel familiar? Oh shit, that didn't happen in the demo, that fucking harpy enemy ILO didn't have that attack in the demos. But it's actually pretty similar to the, you know, the monster bird tier. Oh boy. The harpy's like feather shoot attack from the actual Castlevania games. We got Sea Urchin from the Dollar Hammer and a Rusted Ring. We should probably be equipping this stuff. Time has come upon us. Just 1 more hour, I swear. Yeah. Hello, Zero. Let's see here. Well, we can't get anything new there, but we can equip the country dress, which is better than nothing. Rusted Ring, and there's no new scarves or anything. Maybe I should try out the knife for a little bit, see if that makes a difference, but I'm gonna keep doing the shoes. Maybe I'll try out the knife when I redo this part in the Steam version. I can slide automatically, which is good. By automatically, I mean like from the start of the game. Right off the bat. We get a save room? Yeah, there we go. Look at this fancy lighting for the save room. Yeah, Memorium. We're gonna save to that. Here we are saved for the PS4, I guess. Kind of reminds me of how Maverick Hunter X improved on Mega Man X. Like visually, not sure. I'm actually not very not 100% clear on the details of how the gameplay is going to, of this is going to maybe build on the gameplay of the classic Metroidvania titles, but guess I'm gonna find out once and for all. Let's see, yep, there's pretty much only one way to go right now, and that's down here. We can check the archives of the demons we've been fighting, though, for the new ones, like Dollar Hammer. On the knight that wields his own head as a weapon, I guess that's what that's supposed to be. Maybe that string ribbon thing that he's holding it by is like the hair. He has like eyes in his mouth, I don't know if you see that. I don't think I ever saw that in any of the... I mean, you can't see these models nearly as clearly as we can hear in any of the demos. But yeah, we got 128 demons to find at least. It's gonna be interesting. Oh boy. And we're getting the monies from good old candle breakage, and I think, oh yeah, we can didn't even realize, but I guess we can. When we get shot by that, we can kick those projectiles out of existence, and yeah, what do you know? The same wall that's breakable in the demo is also breakable in the actual game. Discovered a hidden breakable wall. And discovered 1000 G as a result of that, and also whatever that is, MP max up. Well, that looks fancy. Gonna have to kick and assault every wall to figure out whether or not that's gonna be a liability. What do we got? SP rounds? Do we got the gun? Yeah, we got the musketoon. And you run out of the type of bullet that was equipped, the bullet will be replaced with a much weaker infinite bullet here. The guns in the demo were kind of shitty though. Hopefully there'll be better guns we can get here. Or we can get much more reliable renewable sources for the bullets. Didn't really have that much in the demo because I wasn't really like a big concern at that point, but hopefully that will be addressed in a prompt fashion here in the final game. Oh boy, Morty Cannon, which is basically this, or Canon Morty, they changed the order of those words. Which is basically this game's version of the boneheads from Castlevania. Yeah, check it out, we can do the R souls, we can point our hand everywhere like hi, and wait a minute, what's over there, what's over there? Fire, that's what's over there. Oh yeah, and we get mana roses as replacement for the hearts that replenish our magic. Which just, you know, just like in the Castlevanias, it slowly regenerates by itself, so it's not a huge deal, but... Still gonna be very stingy about it, much like in the Castlevanias, because that's just, it's just how I play the video games. Ooh, okay. Like every time I have a moment like this, though, it makes me realize how right I was to make those remarks on the randomizer stream so a while ago. Like, finally, after 11 years, we have another one game of this games in this style with this feel. It's been so long since we had this, but now it's here again. And may it continue ever forward. We've been too long without my kind of Metroidvania. Oh boy, there's your fancy level up. All the new fancy lighting effects that we've gotten since the demos. Also, there's our map. We can like toggle that, and I think we can also edit the minimap position, but I'm just gonna leave that on the default. So I'm gonna fuck with that too much. Let's see. It actually kind of shows. Pay attention to that. Some orbs near your position that are just like the last few steps you took. You can retrace them if you want, kind of. But yeah, I do kind of expect that. That's not gonna be necessarily. You know, if the demos are anything to go by, we're not gonna be able to explore the whole galleon on our first go, because we can't reach every little nook. But, you know, that's called non-linear exploration, backtracking, replay value, whatever you want to call it. I guess replay value is kind of different, though. It's that's when you, like, replay the whole game. As opposed to backtracking and exploration, which is what it's actually being encouraged here, because, hey, this place that you couldn't reach before might have something neato in it. Might as well go back and check it out now that you actually can later when you have actual abilities that let you do that. Oh boy. Well, I should expect more of this. No, do save. What are you doing? I had a bit of a lapsus there where I was expecting the old the classic Metroidvania. Maybe I should switch those controls. Like the bottom button is the you know, cancel button, and the button on the right is the confirm button, like in the DS, but I don't know if I'm gonna get a lot of that in this game, so I'll try to try to get used out of that. I think this is gonna be the room like we saw in the demos where the big boss is gonna break through the background in just a moment here. The tattered scarf is somehow better than the regular scarf that we start out with. Raises mind by 1 point. The hairband is also better, I guess. Now we have a pretty blue hairband instead of the ram horns. Here we get actual better weapons like the short sword. I'm gonna use the short sword now. I'm gonna be able to like spam the attack as much, but that's fine. I mean, my freaking randomizer run through of Order of Ecclesia that I was doing just a couple hours ago pretty much taught me the value of being able to spam weapons, even if they don't have like the highest base damage. I mean, you could say I pretty much learned that all the way back in Symphony of the Night, because that's the whole premise of why the Chrysegrim is so overpowered. You can just spam shit and stun lock forever, and nobody can do anything about it. You can also spam that with Nitesco, that's a thing in Order of Ecclesia. You can do Vol Confedere, or Melee Confedere, which is what I was using for the longest time, or you can do Nitesco, which just does it for you with one button press. Nitesco is kind of like the Chrysegrim in that sense, honestly. And because I was thinking of Order of Ecclesia, I just like started alternating between square and triangle, thinking that it was gonna do the combos, but no. Got my wire crossed. Okay, here's the boss breaks through room. Like in that Ghostbusters game for the Sega Genesis or the Mega Drive or something. Or, I mean, Genesis was the Mega Drive, the Master System was the one that came before that. Why do I get the feeling that I made that exact reference like the very first time I played the demo years ago? Like the first demo, the one that had that only had the Galleon stage. Oh boy. I was kind of wondering if they fixed a pretty bad bug that what they had in the last demo, which if the shard hits you while you're attacking and it's a new shard, then you kind of get stuck and have to get unstuck by getting hurt. But yeah, it would be really fucking surprised if they hadn't fixed that, so they have. Ow. Double ow. I'm just gonna hit this guy with the bullet soul thing. Less risk for me that way. Oh boy. What's the map looking? And so we're about to come up to another saber on the right here, and oh boy, it's the crate boss. That apparently a lot of people had problems with this crate in the final demo that was released, and they basically couldn't move it at all. He just got stuck. I hope they fixed it for everyone in time for this release. Yeah, let's just say this just because it's one of those things that it's really gonna weird me out if it's not the case. Ow. What do we got here? Gotta loot every single one of these lootables that we can get after all. I don't think we're gonna be able to get all the way up to the top right exit here, unfortunately, right now, but pretty sure that's boss door on the right there. So we're not gonna go there quite yet. We are, however, gonna open the chest that's right there. And then we're gonna go down here and maybe kill the little rats. Hey, look at that. I was actually pretty sure I saw someone asking about this, but if you hold down diagonally down and right or left, you can actually strike down diagonally, like in Symphony of the Night. So that's handy. You need to like hit stuff like the little rat on the ground here. You can do that. Alright, let me just check my equipment real quick. Clearly gonna die to the first boss that I've already beaten like so however many fucking times in the demos, but let's go for star power here. Let's use the whip and let's wear the pirate hat just to show who knows what they're doing aboard this derelict ship. Spooky, demon-infested ship. Oh yeah, the whip animation I forgot in this is diagonal. It's not like the whips in Castlevania. We can work with that. There we go. There's this dude, first of all. I don't know how he got on the ship, but I guess that would be
So, Sleeping Beauty, you've decided to awaken.
the explanation. And there he is, freaking Robbie Belgrade, the OG voice of Alucard. That will always be his voice in my mind.
Jeeble, tell me you didn't do this. It doesn't make any sense.
How does it not? After all the sins humans wrought upon us?
Johannes told me what they did to you. And you're right, it's horrible. But what you're doing now is just as bad.
No! No, there you are. Very wrong. What the alchemists did was reshuffle our bodies. What I intend to do is reshuffle the world. I'd say I've earned the right. Join me, Miriam. You're the only one who understands the pain I feel. What it's like to no longer be human.
What? I never thought I'd hear those words from you. I was the one that came to you broken. Convinced I was a monster. And you told me...
This is nonsense.
You told me our power doesn't make us good or bad. Our choices do. I'd given up on my humanity, but you restored my hope. Don't you remember?
Master Jeeble, we must return.
Yeah, this thing that was also one of the final bosses in Curse of the Moon is totally not suspicious.
Yes. Miriam, I tire of reminiscing with you. You're here to kill me, aren't you? Then first prove you can find me. Along the way, you'll have no choice but to absorb shards and avail yourself of the powers of hell. If you can still claim to be human at the end of it all, then perhaps I might be more inclined to listen. Come, Gregory. We're leaving.
So there he goes.
Wait!
And that just happens. Well, now here comes the actual boss. See, the animations are pretty much the same as they started out. Oh boy, here we go. Time to fight the big booby demon. Ooh. Actually kind of curious as to whether or not the... oh boy. Whether or not the... like you get anything like the boss medals in Order of Ecclesia, where if you... oh boy. If you... what do you call it? If you beat a boss without getting hit, basically you get something special, or you don't get anything like that in this. Boy, oh boy. Actually getting my ass kicked here, compared to how I usually did in the demos. Oh boy, am I actually going to die? Hold on, let me pop a potion real quick. Of course I don't remember it doing, having this move in particular wherein it summons its friends. In any version of this boss that I've ever seen before. Oh dear. Oh shit, okay. Will it be embarrassing if I were to die here, so let me pop another potion. Oh dear. Ooh. Okay, there we go. Well, this will eventually work out. Maybe I should have just equipped the gun. That's clearly the key to victory here. Or not. Got the Storm Abolisher trophy. And the demon crystallizes and leaves you with its pretty powerful shard. If I remember. Thrashing tentacle attack foes with one of Reaper's tentacles.
Just a flicker. That was the Jeeble I know. I will put a stop to all this.
Suppose I will. And now it's time for me to get to land and the rest of the world by extension. Oh boy, here we are. Big zoom in the castle model, and another little voice sample from David Hayter, who I'm pretty sure also did a narration in the opening. And he also voices a pretty major character later in this.
We're here.
Jeeble summoned?
They've moved faster than we hoped. Miriam, we have to hurry. This was where we were supposed to meet our contact.
All right. But wait. Let me clear the area. There are still demons about.
Alright, we're supposed to meet our contact there, but you'll excuse me for a moment if I go back on the ship so I can save. Alright. Yeah. And now we can actually go to the village. I hope the village actually has music this time, because I do remember that this whole area was basically completely silent in the last demo, but I would imagine that would no longer be the case. Arventville. Guess we're gonna find out together though. Unless it's actually a style choice. Which I wouldn't have been clear on before, or wasn't clear on before at all actually. Boy oh boy. Kinda takes a while to kill things with the whip though, I gotta tell you. It's probably faster to just use the quick attack weapons right now. Like, what if I use the weapon that's technically fast, or not faster, but stronger, this big old sword. Looks like that actually staggers the enemies at least. Let's read about these demons that we've been killing and not even acknowledging so far. We got Cannon Morte. Possess the cannon and gain the ability to hurl fire. The Ghosty, which I guess I'm turning the stick, which I guess is rotating it. It's not really noticeable. Apparition that slows the movement of whomever it touches. Didn't really notice that bit. Monstrous rodent attended by a retinue of smaller rats and also a bunch of eyes. I don't remember that detail from the big rats in the last demo, but they were in that one too. Bone Mortar. Possess the human, destroying its flesh in the process. So basically just the normal skeletons from Castlevania. Where's Viper? Is it near the end here? Yep. 110. Sea demon feared for hailing storms and casting ships into the abyss. This is what it looks like from behind, apparently. I guess the big tentacle that it attacks with it's coming out of its back. Didn't really catch that before. But here we go. I guess we're gonna stick to the big greatsword right now. Time for pathos. No, we didn't have the boots equipped, excuse me. Can't just kick something without the right equipment.
Oh, thank you, Miriam. You know who I am. And that means...
Well, her pose is different. Dominique's.
Couldn't get here sooner, Dominique.
So this is our contact.
Yes, the church sent me. As you can see, I know a thing or two about expelling demons.
Bit of a desync there, I guess. Or...
And we're lucky to have you, Dominique.
a little bit of a glitch there, I guess. Hiccup with the voice clip going beyond the actual written dialogue and the lip-synced dialogue and the spoken dialogue.
And the church you, Miriam. Thank you for guiding her here, Johannes.
I think this might need a day one patch, but...
You wouldn't have asked if it wasn't important. But you should tell us why you need her. Miriam isn't one to shy away from danger.
Guess I should appreciate this opportunity to get this very, very early
Armed with all the facts.
iteration of this.
Yes, very well. I told you when I contacted you that the Shardbinder Jeeble is responsible for summoning the castle.
Yes, there's no mistake about that. He admitted as much.
What? You spoke to him?
Then let me get right to the point.
Yeah, her poses are a little bit weird.
I find it curious that the outpouring of demons, facilitated by one Shardbinder,
Yes.
just happens to coincide with the sudden awakening of the other Shardbinder after exactly 10 years.
We did discuss about all this in
You're right. It is strange.
the demo.
Doesn't get to drag Miriam into this just because the timing is odd.
Oh, do you decide for her then. I asked you to bring her here so she could see the horrors that have befallen the village and make an informed choice. I have no intention of forcing you, Miriam.
You don't have to. I gave Jeeble my word that I would stop him. What happened here only strengthens my resolve.
Thank you, Miriam. I am sorry to put it on your shoulders.
Pardon me?
Oh, hello there. Are you all right? We didn't mean to ignore you.
I'm all right, thank you.
You are quite welcome. Do you have a name?
Anne.
What a lovely name! Anne, you shouldn't be out here. Let me take you somewhere safe.
Oh, all right.
Come on, this way.
Alright, let's just go together like that. Yeah, so far all of the dialogue at least is stuff that we've already seen in the demo. As is this area.
I did some looking around before, and this place seems secure.
Yes, agreed.
Johannes, you, Anne, and I will remain here. We can assist Miriam from safe ground.
What? We can't ask her to brave the castle alone?
Don't be foolish. She is trained in combat. Are you? We would only get in the way.
But that's not the point.
I'll be fine, Johannes. Please don't worry.
All right, but we'll be here if you need us.
Let's not waste any time. We have a lot to do.
Come back if you need anything. I'll get a workshop running so I can perform alchemy for you.
Thank you, Johannes.
I know you're strong, but be careful.
I will.
Guess he doesn't have the shop running yet. Guess that makes sense. I wonder where the go kill monsters lady is gonna show up, because in the demo she was right here, I think, from the beginning. Well, not from the beginning, but she shows up there eventually. Waystone. What is Waystone, actually? What is most of this stuff that I've been picking up? Really takes you wherever your picture requires concentration. Did I just waste that? Oh boy, alright. Well, I'm sure it's fine. I got ingredients for the cooking and the crafting, pretty sure. Writhing limb. Corn seed, rice seed, potato seed. Well, let's go look at the shops and see what we got. Oh yeah, we got that. For a second there, for some reason, I thought we were gonna have the boots, but no, with the big sword. Let's go into the shop, which apparently also has the photography thing.
What is all this machinery?
That is photographic equipment we've been working on.
Photographic?
To put it more plainly, it allows me to capture images of real life, landscapes, people.
What? Really? Can I try it?
Unfortunately, I don't have the silver bromide I need.
I'll see if I can find it. Be right back.
I just know exactly where to find that.
Oh, right. I need to find silver bromide.
But I'm pretty sure the silver bromide was nowhere to be found in the demo, so we never found out what the deal was with the photograph thing.
I still owe you my life.
Is that all she says?
I still...
Looks like right now it does. Well,
Welcome.
let's get an explanation of capitalism.
Since this is your first time here, let me tell you a little bit about the supply post.
Please.
I have made arrangements so you can buy and sell items here. I would have liked to provide what you need for free, but seeing as we are largely cut off from the church's funds out here, I will need money in order to keep the supply post stocked. I hope you don't mind paying.
No, I understand. I appreciate you doing what you can.
We now literally find money all over the place, so it's not a problem.
I can also buy shards from you if you no longer need them.
Wait. Is trade in demon shards even allowed?
Of course. The church would sooner gather them up and make certain they are purified. I am not permitted to sell them, but I can buy them off you. You may want to keep extras, since possessing multiple shards of the same type amplifies its power. But there is a limit to how far that can go. And more importantly, if you carry a large number of shards, Your body's corruption
May accelerate, but I'll find a way to deal with that myself.
I still recommend selling your shards as a means of making money.
All right. I know you're looking out for me.
I think that explains everything. Now, would you like to have a look around?
Yeah, I don't know if corruption is going to be an actual mechanic in this. It wasn't in the demo, obviously, because it was just very short, but... What do we got? Stones, though. We can buy a waystone for 100 G, so these are kind of cheap. That's good, at least I'm going to buy one more.
Is this right? Many thanks.
Just so I can make up for the one that I wasted a minute ago. Water that removes curses. Stone thaw. For petrifying. Poison. You can literally poison yourself and it's expensive. Okay, well maybe you need that to like craft other things. They're saying that dispels all afflictions. Panacea. I don't know. I looked this up before because that was a word that was also in an item in Pathologic, and I already forgot what the preferred method of pronouncing it was. I think it was panacea, but I don't even know. In English, that is. In Spanish, it would just be panacea or panacea, but like if you pronounce that according to standard tonic syllable rules in Spanish, I'm pretty sure it would be panacea, but then you get English, which just does whatever the fuck it wants with tonic syllables, so... Mithridat purges poison from the body, so it's the anti-venom, basically. And then we got ingredients, we got Algahest, which is the... It's very cheap in this version, even compared to the demo, I'm pretty sure. So, presumably the crafting is going to be a lot more accessible in this 1.0 version. What is this? 8 Bitcoin. 16 Bitcoin, 32 Bitcoin. This might be for the bonus retro minigame modes that are apparently in this. I don't know. Tato Seed, and then you got the weapons. Let's see. Lethal Boots. I think these were like, not these, they were like bunny boots you could buy, which are apparently one of the most powerful weapons in the demo that cost like 20,000 gold. But I don't see them here right now. I think we're just gonna manage with what we have right now, honestly.
What are you looking to
We don't even have any repeat shards yet, so... At least it doesn't let me, That's something that I noticed from the demo that I guess is also the case here. You can't, doesn't let you sell unique shards like the boss shards, so...
I forgot to give this to you. It's the key to the building. You can use it to explore further in.
Thank you.
I invited the other survivors inside where it's safe. They all have troubles that need resolving. If you can spare them the time,
I'll do what I can.
I know you will. Come back anytime. I'll be praying for you.
Other survivors, plural, so there's gonna be more than one? Let's see, okay, there's the woman that wants me to kill things. I don't see anyone else, so... I'm gonna go talk to Johannes before we go any further. There's the crafting shop, basically, but yeah, I guess... I don't know if they're gonna let me, like, use the... waste the... just gonna do this for a bit while I talk. I don't know if they're gonna let me use the boss shard for anything. That'll make them so that I no longer have them. I don't know, I'm kind of expecting, because, like, both Eye of Sorrow and Dawn of Sorrow had this, that, because they both had a mechanic where you have, like, unique soul drops, basically, that you can get from every enemy in the game. In this case, it's shards, but both of those games had the Chaos Rings, where if you hold at least one of every single soul in the game, you can get a secret item that's very, very OP. I'm kind of expecting there to be something like that in this, but that remains to be seen right now, I guess.
Ah, here she is. You have to marvel at the church's resources. Look at what they've provided for us.
I know, it's incredible.
If you say so.
What I can do for you here in the workshop is take materials you bring and transmute them into new items. But the alchemy is easier to show you than explain. Here, I have some materials we can use. So let's try transmuting them.
Right, we got small webbing, melting bone, iron, and bronze. We can craft, I guess. We can get a potion from the small webbing and the melting bone and the bronze. We can make a knife from that, we already have that. What about the irons? We can make a base load. Can we make any more of these? Well, no, I guess. We can get a lot of bunny items. I wonder if there's Any kind of a bonus we can get if we equip a lot of those. Ambivalence. We need an 8-bit coin for that, really. I'm intrigued by that. We need an 8-bit coin for a few of these, it looks like. So those coins are for crafting stuff in here. It looks like the 8-bit one is... What can we make? Okay, apparently the stuff that isn't completely grayed out in the background. Royal Rhyme Boots. Oleanders. Cloth on Moraki. Boy, seeing all of these weapons. This ridiculous variety of weapons warms my heart. It's been so long since I've seen something like this. This is exactly what I wanted. Let's see, I need to actually get something though. What can we make? Other stuff. We can make Pellicos, we can make Nodachi. 3 iron and 1 bronze. We can make this with 2 iron, so we can make both of those if we want. So I'm gonna make this one just for the hell of it.
I'll go with this.
Create and equip that.
There, all done.
And we're gonna create the Nodachi or not, actually. Didn't we have more? Oh no, we have enough for this. That we're gonna have no iron left after this, but that's fine. Who needs iron anyway?
Go with this.
So there we go, we have that and that. We can only craft each of these things once though, or at least the weapons. What if we create more potions? Let's create 2 potions.
Go with this.
Okay, so we can keep making that, but I guess we can make the other ones again, but we don't actually have the the ingredients to make more of those, so they just move down there to the unavailable thing. Okay, I think that's pretty much the... I guess we'll make 2 cotton. We'll take 2 cotton and make this as well.
Go with this.
Oh god, that's very, very loud compared to the game for once. That tells me that I should turn the game volume way up somehow. I don't know how I could do that though. Because it's turned all the way up on the capture thing. It actually does make me wonder. She should make this ring as well, because apparently
This.
it'll come in handy. What else? Claymore stuff. Well, it takes 1 bronze to make one of these, so I'll make a second one, I guess. Probably better than the other ring. We can also make food here, but we don't have enough for anything, it looks like. Right now, but that's the food mechanic in this, is that the first time you eat a specific kind of food, you get an actual permanent stat bonus. So that's gonna be fun. What if we enhance these? We can rank up the... rank up some of these. I would like to rank up that one, but what if I rank up the thrashing tentacle?
This.
I'm sure that's supposed to be pretty strong right now. It's a boss thing. We can rank it up again. This is the number of projectiles casted at once, really.
This.
Sure, we'll go with a highly experimental thing right now. Which is coverage if we rank this one up. At least it tells you how it improves. So we can also dismantle stuff like the potion, which gives us... why would you do that though? Just go out and grind more raw materials, unless you grinded stuff specifically to break it down, is how I see it.
Once I've transmuted an item, I'll pass it on to Dominique, so she can carry it at the supply post for you. I'll do my best to inform you of what items you can make from what materials. But when it comes to items I don't know about, you'll have to find a formula for me and bring it here.
I understand.
Also, the demon crystal you've obtained, the shards, those can be transmuted the same way as items. Each
Really?
shard requires specific materials, but it's worth it to make your shards more useful.
I guess that's what I already did, it's like upgrading them, not like making them or making stuff from them.
Try it when you get the chance.
I think I will.
Also, neither one of us has been eating well. No wonder. considering the struggle we've been through to survive. If you bring me the ingredients, I can use alchemy to prepare meals for us. With proper nutrition and a varied diet, you have the potential to get much stronger.
Kids. Eating a new food for the first time will already mentioned this way ahead of the game. So let me see. Can I turn the master volume even higher? I think I can. Oh hell yeah, now I'm feeling it, Mr. Krabs. There we go, that's more like it. Hold on, let me turn it down a little bit on my end now, I guess. So it's the correct balance there. Hey, here's a save one. Okay, let me see if I can at least get to like, I don't know if the progression for this early part of the game is gonna be like exactly the same as in the last demo, but
You there? It was awful.
she looks different.
Monsters came out of nowhere. We ran for dear life.
I don't know if her face looks less or more scary in this version.
Where are the others?
Dead, most of them. My dear husband included. Those devils have to pay. Those murderers. You look strong, miss. I'm begging you. Help me.
If it's within my power.
Oh, thank you. My name's Lindsay. What's yours?
Miriam.
Well, Miriam, I'll gather whatever information I can about the monsters that wronged us. I want you to hunt down the monsters and take vengeance on them. The efforts won't go unrewarded, I promise you that.
All right. I'll do it.
Here's what I've turned up on the monsters.
Alright, you can avenge her husband first, so she only gives you one quest to start out with. Kill 5 more to...
Help my husband rest
Oh
in
dear.
peace. Kill that murderer dead!
I don't know if her left eye is supposed to look like that. It's like a battery effect, or if that's something a little bit something worse. To put it that way. Okay, hold on. What if I my shards? Switch this with the thrashing tentacle. It costs 90 MP, which I have. So gonna let me with leave me with a lot more than that once I use it, but it might very well be worth trying out at least. Ow. Something I'm curious about too is that I'm pretty sure there's a door, or there's a place here. Capacity for ammo, oh boy, that's what that was. There was a door here before blocking the way in the demo, but now that it's gone, what do you know, I'm pretty sure this is a warp area. Yep. So my suspicion that this was going to be for a warp area turns out to be correct. Oh, the thing can actually shoot straight up. Hey, another handy-dandy shard, Bone Toss. For all opponent in the designated direction. I think we're going to replace the other purple shard that we had with that. I think it's actually stronger. It doesn't actually say what the attack for it is. The attack power for it is, does it? That's the thing. I'm pretty sure the demo told you that. But I guess this finished game no longer does that necessarily. You just have to experiment. And get a lemon. I guess there's not supposed to be any music down here in the village other than the shop rooms. It's an interesting choice. Let's see. There goes the roof. Get the elf ears. There goes the ILO. I like the staggering effect that this axe has. Also, look out for the breakable floor there, I'm pretty sure, and also unlock the shortcuts. It looks like that might actually be some kind of a secret if you fall there, because if you go this way, it's gonna be the rotating room. Nope, this is a new room that wasn't in the demo. Base Lord, Bus Lord. At least I think it is. If it isn't, then I certainly don't remember it from before. Oh boy, but the crows are new. I guess it's all supposed to be silent because it's supposed to be like suspenseful lead up into the interior of the castle, which is right here. We're not going in there just yet, though. We're going to go down here and check out the area underneath the bridge, the moat. And there's some giant rats down here, if this is anything like how I remember it. On my own very crystalline experiences of experiencing this place. And moving around in it. Okay, that's like foreground rock. It's a little bit confusing there. If we jump up here, we end up in the... Oh, you can just... This doesn't break, you can just jump down through it, or you can't? Hold on. I guess you could actually break that. Or it's a one-way thing. Looks like it might be a one-way thing, I don't know. Yeah, the bone attack that you get from those bone mortars is actually quite good. As far as damage right now. Alright, let's actually go in the castle this time, because I'm pretty sure that, you know, this whole silence is supposed to be built up for when we actually get in the castle. It's kind of like the same deal as in Symphony, where it's much, oh right, we actually have to interact with that. It's a much more brief sequence, but, uh-oh. Hold on. I want to see if one of the secrets that you had in the demo where you can... Yeah, there we go. You can get on top of the thing and find a couple of secrets up there. That's still in the game, I see. Looks like a transition screen in here. It was much more briefer, but basically you had silence when you were in the entrance, and then when you actually get inside. There you go. You can look at the paintings of the people who paid top dollar, like hundreds of dollars, to have their picture in the game. I'm pretty sure one of these is like a cat. I remember that much. And here is Sabnok, another demons from the Key of Sullivan, and that's a new attack that it didn't do in the demo that it was starting up there, but I guess didn't get a chance to actually do it. If I find another Sabnok, probably gonna try out my Vapor attack on it. Probably gonna be more than enough to deal with that. Oh yeah, I dropped something. Can I wish that they would make this? Oh good, fucking JoJo's Stun Mask. That already has begun, those references. Let's take a look. Just to see. What would that be? Accessories. Oh boy, so that is visible, I guess. Once used by a tribal chief during ritual sacrifices, and yeah, it's actually in your face. Or you can just wear the elf ears. Which of these would make me look sillier? That's a real question to be asking yourself. I think I'm gonna stick with the elf ears right now, honestly. I forgot this, but yeah, I'm gonna stick with this weapon right now just because it has the biggest base damage. Iron Elm Bronze. That's a 2x4. It's convenient. Looks like the stuff you can't not reach up there right now. And that's it's how to reach vertically. It's a bit more visible right now than it was in the demo. But here comes Gyrmund, the demon dog. As far as I could tell, the Gyrmund name doesn't really come from anywhere. But let's read about these demons that I'm completely neglecting as part of this. We got Viper, we got or Vapor, I don't know. We got Gearmond, Jet Black Wolf, whose hunger is insatiable. Its stomach is just completely nothing more than a string, it looks like. Sabnog is a toughened leonine warrior demon. The Batbot really evil. I just noticed that the bats are like giant fucking cartoony frog mouths. I have no idea if that was the case for the bats in the demos or not. It's really hard to notice any of the details in the enemies in the demos versus these, this viewer mode where you can actually see the models. And there's this dumb cat painting. Doesn't the description for the ghost say something like it's supposed to slow you down? I don't know if I felt that way when I got hit by that ghost just a second ago. I don't recognize this painting on the left. That's where I saw all of these paintings in the last demo that they put out. I don't recognize that one in particular. I wonder what the significance of that could be. That and this little blood pool in the middle. That's like more of a blood fountain. And look, it's I guess a gun bullet capacity upgrade. Maybe one day if I like to repeat Blood Grinder knife, that's different. This was supposed to be like a, well, not supposed to be, but this was this generic axe armor, axe thrower knight in the demo. But now it's a guy with some kind of drill sword. Okay. Ooh. Either Goft and what's this? Books. Trucidating Gyre. Spin towards enemies and transfer the momentum to your blade, really? It's Pelicus, Birdie, Sen, Ukon, Vasara, so it's quarter circle back and then forward plus square. Interesting. Oh, there you go. I guess, yeah, I guess the techniques are more like the spells in Symphony of the Night. And now that's forever in my, they have mastery, so they're also like the skills in Portrait of Ruin. I don't know, it's confusing. Try to figure it out though. This guy has a demon knight who deftly wields his spinning blade. Alright. What's a compendium here? Conjure shards, directional shards. I guess all. Jibo. Shardbinder who grew up with Miriam and was raised by the Alchemy Guild. He was sacrificed and was the only one besides Spirit to survive. He slaughtered his supposed family to the alchemists and disappeared. While Miriam slept, Jibo grew older. She didn't, though, apparently. He's returned to England with a horde of demons and a hellish castle as his command. I guess we're in England. That's where this whole thing takes place. Dominique, an exorcist the church has sent alongside Sangetsu to investigate the demon castle. She knows who Johannes and Miriam are and has asked Johannes to bring Miriam to Arvantville, where she has set up an outpost. After Jibo and Tess Sangetsu, we're dealing with another intruder. Okay, I don't know who that could be actually. Apparently Dominique is 25. It's one of the younger ones. Dominique is my age, I just realized that. There you go. One of the 72 demons of Solomon is Gramarye, really. Never leaves Jibo undefended. Anne Knowles. She didn't tell us her last name though. Saved her life and decided to look after her. She's friendly and eager to help, and apparently she's 12 years old. Lindsay Blair. She hates all the demons and wants to see them all super dead. We know that much. What else? Anything that's actually really useful to us. Conjure shards. Directional shards grade indicates its power or effect. Each duplicate shard increases that shard's grade. Okay, so to power up the shards, you can either increase the rank with the alchemical fusion stuff, or you can collect more of it to increase the grade. Using a passive shard's rank to 9 will convert it to a skill shard. Oh damn, that seems useful. Techniques are special moves tied to specific weapons. Okay, so you need... that's another different thing from the spells in Symphony. You need to actually have a specific weapon in this, I guess. make it work. Didn't mean to leave the screen, I just wanted to go back to the other side, because I am now curious as to... Hold on. Oh, shit, there we go, I did it. Actually hit something with that technique. Does that increase my mastery of it? Apparently a tiny bit. Just kinda trying to keep a lookout for apparently more of those bookshelves, since I guess you have to look for those to learn more techniques, question mark. 500 Gs. Well, here's another one right here. DXO 1764. Whilst attempting to create my homunculus, I discovered a strange formation of white crystal growing in the subject. What is it? Sign at long last that my studies are progressing. Must observe it diligently and learn all I can. Crystal I discovered appears to be multiplying. Slowly its corruption spreads through the cadaver I chose as a subject. It's a marvelous substance, neither entirely or liquid nor solid. It was yellow. As soon as I have enough, I shall begin experiments to discover its other properties, so... It's gonna be like the fucking Ansem reports in Kingdom Hearts 1, where it's like, hey... I fucked up and created a race of ethereal beings of evil that will never be able to be destroyed now. Completely. But I didn't mean to, I swear. Alright, here's a save room. I guess we have to go to the top right, so... Shouldn't be too much longer until we overtake the limit of the demo, though. You know, those freaking war cries that she does don't really bother me at all, but apparently they bother some people who I've seen commenting on them. Well, let me try to fight fire with fire here. There we go. That's the way to do it. Just gonna wait for the chandelier to go over there, except apparently it won't. I was gonna say to go over there like in Castlevania 4, but no, that's not gonna happen, I guess. It's not enough, not mode 7 enough to have that functionality. What do we got? We got the cutscene with Alfred again? Apparently we do. Let's see what happens here. In this timeline.
Miriam? It can't be.
Alfred?
Why are you here, Johannes? That fool of an apprentice should have stayed out of this.
You have a lot to explain for. After all the terrible things you've done?
All that is in the past. I'll not be defending my actions to you.
Don't I deserve it? You were like a father to me.
Enough, child. I am here for the book. Jeeble has the book.
What are you talking about?
If you don't already know, then let us keep it that way.
Alfred, how are you still alive?
But wait, I am here to discourse.
What were you thinking in coming here?
You can answer my question first.
All that matters is that I am alive. Did you come here for the book?
Book? The Liber Logaeth?
Make no mistake. I won't let anyone touch that tome but me.
Not even you should touch it. Didn't what happened 10 years ago teach you anything?
I don't have time to argue with you. I just hope you are wise enough not to get in my way.
What?
You know full well my power exceeds yours. Take Miriam and leave this place. Otherwise, you will die.
And then I, Gandalf, will teleport away.
Because something didn't feel right. But I didn't expect him.
Johannes, what is the Liber Logaeth?
It's a book the Alchemy Guild once possessed that allows for the summoning of spirits. The Guild used it to bring about the calamity 10 years ago. And the Shardbinder's crystal acted as a kind of catalyst.
A book like that shouldn't even exist.
I know. Alfred must be trying to restore the Alchemy Guild to power. But we cannot let him lay hands on the Liber Logaeth.
He said Jeeble had it. You know, I think I might have seen it.
It makes sense. Considering the situation we're in, he must have gotten his hands on it after surviving the sacrifice.
So now I have to stop Alfred too.
No, let's focus on Jeeble. If we can get to him and the book before Alfred does, we'll kill 2 birds with 1 stone.
Good point. All right.
Dominique might know what to do about Alfred in the meantime. I'll head back to the village and see what she has to say.
Oh boy. Well, in the meantime, let's see if we can get to the next boss over, which should be Mr. David Hayter again, but voicing a different character this time. And a couple of sound bites from him we've already heard. I do wonder what that is back there. Oh shit, got bats up there. Have you gone through the sea yet? Really go to the left, so I guess there's only really one exit from this room right now. Okay, let me try out this shard. Vepar, go spam your super damage thing against this thing, and allow me to not really have to worry too much about delivering that damage myself. Let's go to the Garden of Silence. So this is pretty much the final area from the last demo that came out. Leaf. So everything we see beyond this point should be very enlightening indeed. Boy, I feel like my complete groggedness is starting to catch up to me at last. What the fuck is with this guy?
Fancy a ride?
This guy was not at all present in any
I'm offering one.
previous content that I've seen.
I could take you someplace most interesting.
Guess the coachman is supposed to be like the boatman from Castlevania.
The rub, of course, is that obstacle standing squarely in our path. See?
I doubt I'll be able to push it aside.
A shame you don't have a giant hand. Ah, the wild and crazy things one could do with a giant hand.
Yeah, that doesn't seem like a hint at all. So there's apparently some object standing right in front of them, and apparently they are unable to walk around it, even though there's clearly space. But yeah, I guess it's kind of like gonna be like the what do you call it? I'm gonna summon a tentacle here just in case that somehow a giant tentacle doesn't necessarily count as a giant hand for this purpose, or for the purposes of this. I know it's pretty much the same deal as with getting to Castle Canehurst in Bloodborne, I guess. Warhorse's key is required. It actually tells you what key you need to open locked doors. That's interesting. I guess it's kind of like the it's supposed to be like the jewel of open doors in Symphony, where you just walk up to it and it says, hey, you need a special thing to open this. It doesn't tell you exactly what you need, though. It doesn't even tell you need something to open it. It just says it's magically sealed or whatever. Oh, fuck. I'll go ahead and keep using this and it'll be perfect. That's already very, there you go. Not very efficient use of shards right now. I'm probably just gonna go ahead and change this for another one. I guess head flail. How does that look like? Oh, it's an actual strike. Oh dear, that hurts a lot more than it did in the demo. That only did like 1 point of damage per time that you ran into that. So let's just keep going. I'm actually kind of curious, like, how far are we from the nearest save point? It feels like it's been way longer than it shows on the map. Probably because of my own incompetence, and that competence is gonna be dwindling ever further as I get sleepier and sleepier, so... the effort I'm gonna make right now is to just get to the next boss, and if we can kill that, then I'll probably call it for tonight. And then tomorrow morning, when I get to play the Steam version, everything will be a million times better, I would imagine. How many hits does this guy take from this axe? Damn it, can you please stay still? No, you can't. Okay. I guess I'm not doing that then. Fuck this guy. Morgenstern. Is that better than my Pelicus in terms of raw damage? No, it isn't. How about the rest of these? To have anything better than what I have? I have a leather chest guard, which is apparently not as good as the chemise made of muslin. I'm not sure of that. What's in this bookshelf? I get the feeling that I've been seeing fucking other bookshelves like this in the game that I just didn't realize I could interact with them. So I'm gonna have to check that more thoroughly whenever I do my second run through of this early game part on Steam tomorrow. Or technically later today, but you know what I mean. Several months have passed since I wandered into the castle and managed to survive thus far by rummaging through the treasure chest without the monsters taking notice. Will I find something palatable today? I'd like to crack a chest open and find a mouth-watering hunk of meat. Or maybe you shouldn't try to find that inside a chest, but rather inside a wall that you strike very, very hard with a blunt instrument. Or any kind of destructive instrument, really. What lies here? Hold on. Is this a health upgrade? That is indeed a health upgrade. One that looks like some kind of red Fabergé egg. Yes, in fact, a health upgrade. Oh boy, what do we got? Axe armor saw or heretical grinder? Okay. Stand shaft of rotating blade, so I have barbatos too. It's just like summon a guy to shoot an arrow. Lose an arrow in the desired destination. So what do we got here? Oh, yeah, it's transition point back to the hallway, the corridor. Back in this area, because like the second boss you find in the demo isn't even in the oh. Okay, well, fuck me. Okay, well, double fuck me. You know what this means? I'm gonna have to go all the way back again. So we can't just find our way back there easily. What am I doing? I'm pressing the round button combination, actually. Pressing up and square, thinking that I'm gonna be able to do a special sub-weapon attack with that, or just bullet soul, but no, they changed it so that has its own dedicated weapon in this. It's the triangle button. I mean, that was the case in the demo as well, but it still feels weird, I would say. Ooh. Well, I got the Makaweed soul fly trap, okay. Ooh. I feel like I don't have like the mental faculties to properly concentrate on the game right now. That's a problem. It's because I'm so tired. Boy, my brain's still kind of defaulting thinking whenever I started the node off that just noticed that there's an item back there that I didn't get, I think. Defaulting thinking that I'm still doing one of the randos in the DS, so if I press L, Is there an item or am I stupid? Hold on. I might be stupid. Might have looked at part of the background stonework decorations as if it was something else. How do I get on that little ledge there? I want to do it. Oh well, let's just, I have to go up here and then go left, if we can. I don't know about these load times between screens. I hope they're a little bit better on PC. Alright. I'm gonna make a noble effort to... Let's see... What I want to do is see if I can get to another boss fight. Where I'm forced to, retire myself. The realm of, oh boy. Probably shouldn't have used the friggin... What am I doing? I'm failing to finish my thoughts and also a little bit distracted just because of how freaking tired I am becoming. Come on, there's just a little more to go before I can call it for now. Just one thing that I want to discover before I am given the boot on my own brain. Just the big boss in this area. Should be a bus door not very far from here though, if it is anything like... Oh really, that was very, very far reach right there. Oh, okay, I was afraid of that. Rip. Can't believe I game over. Let's see what happens when that occurs, at least, I guess. A combination of me being... Yeah, the slow times are a little questionable right now, but I just chalk that up to it being on console. That's my excuse. Maybe I do need to improve my loadout a little bit, or maybe grind some stuff out, or get some food. For them sweet, sweet permanent stat increases. Okay, so it's not enough to just take a step back from this dude's sword. You also need to jump. If you really want to have some kind of a big assurance, you'll be able to dodge that. Yeah. I got the summon ghost, which I hadn't gotten before, so you know, I guess that worked out. Some gyre. It's actually pretty easy to pull off if you don't get interrupted by other shit in the background. Oh fuck, damn it, I didn't mean to fall there, but... That partially clears the way for me to do this, running the way of those platforms and not just going over again completely. See if I can make this jump on the edge here. Or if my mental concentration abilities are too far gone. Oh yeah, we've already seen this, so fuck it. Evil man. So this is split into several skippable segments, I guess. It's just really just testing that to see whether or not there's any bugs there if we skip. We're still debugging the game at this point, actually. That's not even a joke. Gearman, get over here and die. Dodge my fucking axe by a very, very small margin. That's rude. The vertigo of your sudden tiny run. Do I have the Vapor Soul shard equipped at this point? Yeah, I do. Let's not, let's call it a ghost instead. I try not to get hit by cheap stuff like that and apparently not succeed. And now we get not only the lion, but the lion sub. Which increases sword expertise, okay. Okay, it's fine. This will work out eventually. He'll be fine. I'm actually gonna do a bit of a, I don't know, quick dash to where he was before, just to see if I can stand up to the challenge. I wish I could kill these Barbatos enemies a little bit sooner, because I feel they can attack a little quickly. They pretty much have the same attack speed as you do. No one should have that. That should be player-only privilege, don't you know? Got the Mako lead fly trap, which we had gotten before, as you can see, so it's a good thing we get it again. Here's the fairy mode again, in the pompous outfit.
Why?
And yeah, we need to break this finger out of the way. It's a pretty stupid way to take revenge on something. Why did I say that? I think I'm getting my wires crossed because I'm starting to get a little too sleepy. And I'm starting to fucking have delirium, basically. And start saying shit that's not actually related to what's in the game, much like when I was finishing the first part of the Proton Falling Randomizer. That was a bizarre experience. To say the least. Why is this thing still alive? I hit it twice, I'm pretty sure, at this point. Yeah. Alright. How are we doing level-wise anyway? I'm not even sure. We're in level 8. Surely that's good enough for this point in the game. Surely I don't feel like I'm doing some kind of randomizer where we're trying to get the best equipment at the lowest possible level just to be edgy. Yeah. Wondering how could be while you're gonna get that as wall meat. Maybe if you did more monster hunting you would understand. Okay, let's see if I can manage to not screw it up this time. Hello? There we go. Yeah, I don't know, my mental abilities might not be fit to fight the next boss right now just because I'm so sleepy, but I want to at least be able to attempt it, you know. Damn it. Don't come near me, what are you doing? Oh fuck. No, don't come. How the fuck are these Archer Barbados demons so hardy? I don't even get it. A lot less wimpy. You'd think they'd be a lot less wimpy since a lot more wimpy, I guess, since I know how to say words. They'd be a lot more wimpy since they have freaking tiny thin frames compared to a lot of the other enemies in this, right? Time for me to attempt to not die here. You know, it's okay, I guess that guy's gonna fall. He's not even gonna stay with me up here. Oh, that was not my ghost, that was an enemy ghost. It's a little bit hard for me to tell, honestly. Because my ghost looks just like a regular ghost. That will actually hit me. I'm gonna try my darndest to get this guy out of the way. Oh, fuck. Of course I can't just do it in peace because this fucking assholes are all gonna jump down here and dogpile. Oh, whatever. What have we got in here? Create a defensive barrier by spinning your spear. We need the lance or the guy a sail to do this. Guess I can maybe give that a try, but right now. My question is, will this lead to a save room? It will not. It will lead to a warp room. Which are green instead of yellow now, I guess. That's how you know it's different. Alright. Let's actually take this opportunity to quickly dock back into the village hub. Let's see what we got. We haven't, like, 5 dead mortars to report to the crazy lady down here.
Have you learned anything new?
Here's what I've turned up on monsters. Good work. Here's your reward.
I guess I did kill 5 in the morning already. Holy shit, that's loud. Ring times 3.
Got any targets for me?
Here's what I've turned up on monsters.
Also avenge the death of the husband, right? I killing high mortar. A $3 hammer and... oh boy. All of these fucking names. Okay. Freaking... my mind. But all of these names, I mentioned this before, but these names are pretty much all from other Castlevania games. There used to be a different name here too, I'm pretty sure. Annette is Annette Renard, who is Richter's girlfriend in Rondo Blood. Rosalie is, I think, the chick that Hector was dating in the backstory for Curse of Darkness. And Lisa would be Lisa, Dracula's wife, and Alucard's mother. But I thought there was like a 4th person in this, and I can't remember who it was. Sabanok times 2, I mean.
Help my neighbor Lisa rest in peace. Kill those murderers dead.
Got any targets for me?
Here's what I've turned up on the monsters.
Okay, so that is not unclaimable like one of the quests was before. Simon... Dr. Simon's death. So obviously Simon would be like Simon Belmont.
Kill those murderers dead.
Have to kill a bunch of those archer barbados, which, you know, with pleasure.
Here's what I've turned up on the monsters. Help my cousin Annette rest in peace. Kill those murderers dead!
Oh boy.
Got any targets for me?
Here's what I've turned up on the monsters.
$3 hammer, which, I don't know, a lot of these seem to be...
Help my little sister Rosalie rest in peace. Kill those murderers dead!
rewards that aren't necessarily that great even from this point in the game. I don't know, maybe I should actually take the time to try and defeat these quests first. Or like try and get more equipment. It's gonna take me a little bit longer, I feel, to get accustomed to the different weapons in this game. Alright. Let's save once more and... just can take a look at the shop, just see what's there. Have anything that's really useful? Did I get anything that's really useful? Like, no, apparently I didn't.
Hello, Miriam. I appreciate your patronage. What are you looking to buy?
Does it say like when new products get added to the store? Because that would help me figure out what I want to, but apparently it doesn't.
Thank you. Come back anytime.
She just have to thing where she gets new stock every time we complete a certain quest that she was involved in the slightest. Okay, so... I think I'm so ready to pass out now, but... like I said, I want to at least get to the point where the old demo ended and see if there's anything past that point or whatever they changed. That's pretty much my only request right now. let me get there and see what lies beyond, if anything. Let me go even further beyond and transcend everything that was in the demos that were released previously. Oh shit, I'm getting distracted again. That's very much not good, because I'm trying to, like, conserve all of my... Damn it. There. As much of my health as possible, that's the thing. Vertical grinder extends the shaft to rotating blades, right. Very, very dangerously close to running off here, like I said. Orbital wheel for the spear, right, that's good. We don't have a jump. Not yet. So hold on, if I come up here, right. What happens if I go in here? That's pretty much all I really want to see at this point. See what lies within this room.
Stop right there. I knew what you are. That ghastly air about you. You reek of sorcery, Sharbinder.
Ah, and what am I to make of you?
Me? I am your executioner.
And there is freaking Solid Snake. Was a bit of a challenging boss for some people in the last demo that was released. I wonder whether that still rings true, because he had some fairly good predictable patterns. Pretty much the key to beating him. Boy. Let's see. I wonder if they refined this boss fight a little bit, actually. Yeah, I'll totally do the thing. I'll do this. I'll send my freaking ghost minion after you. I'll do my own taunts. That will help me out. I guess this would be the normal boss team for the bosses in the castle, I hope, because this sounds pretty good. I hope this isn't just the team for Sengetsu, basically. Oh, there you go, I can break his guard with that. Ah. Guess I'm gonna pop more potions, I can just keep getting more of these. What else do I have? I have ingredients, I guess. I have a first-time consumption bonus for any of these, or they're just all raw. And looks like they're all raw ingredients for, like, crafting and cooking. There you can't actually consume any of these. I would probably show up here. Alright, so let's pop a potion then. Or two. I just realized that fucking sound is David Hayter trying to speak Japanese. Or say Japanese words, I should say. I don't know about speaking completely. Oh boy. Okay. Whatever you say. Oh. I have faith that I'm somehow able to do this. That's how you win these games, by believing in yourself. And knowing the enemy's patterns, that helps too. Oh, I interrupted that. Didn't realize I could interrupt some of these attacks, honestly. Oh shit. Okay, well, I got hit by the freaking flame splash there, explosion. But hey, I got pretty far, I would think, for a first attempt in the actual finished version of the game. Yeah, I get the feeling that this, I guess this is part of the nostalgia factor, clearly, that's what it's supposed to be. Get a bit of a cumbersome load time whenever you get a game over, and you have to load back into the rest of this. What if I use the gun on him? Wait, where am I? Actually, hold on. I can just go over there. Okay, yeah. Should begin like that warp room on the right side is like right below the boss room, but I get the feeling that I already talked to her. And get all these. Yes, I did. Okay, good. What I wanted to know is this should be another save room right next to that boss, I would think. This boss was pretty much a big hurdle for a lot of people. Okay. Thankfully, my freaking massive drowsiness that's making me delirious seems to have abandoned me temporarily, so I can beat the boss. Let's see what lies beyond. Let's see if I can at least... I say clear this place by not getting mobbed, but I don't know. Doesn't seem like it's gonna be that doable. Possibly. Alright, let's just read the book while we wait for this guy to die. Orbital Wheel. Lance and Gaia's Sail. Gaia's Sail. Do we have the lance right now? Because I would like to try that if we do. I don't have any kind of lance yet, but do we have that in our techniques? Or do we have to, we need to actually execute that too? Damn it. Actually execute that to have that in our techniques record. That kinda sucks, but whatever. I could literally just write it down in a notepad thing or something. Then I'll actually have an opportunity to execute that properly. Find healing item /R, alright. Okay, here's the save room. This is what I was looking for. Let's give this one more try. Bear in mind that we're pretty much gonna have to redo this whole game up until this point. When I replay this on the PC version tomorrow. Right, we already got this dude's cutscene, so let's go ahead and skip that whole thing and just get to the point of flip. Fortunately, that's okay. I'm behind you. Got behind you. What you gonna do about that, Sengetsu? Damn it. Apparently, you're gonna rush me very quickly. At least he doesn't like turn around after hitting the peak of his swing there when he does the grappling attack. Ooh. Okay, he's not gonna go into the fire face yet, is he, somehow? I'm actually really surprised he hasn't gone into the fire face. There he goes. Shit. I can imagine I'm doing better now. How do I avoid that attack? I have to wonder. Well, let's pop the 2 potions that we popped last time, but of course later in the fight this time, kind of. Splash for that is kind of ridiculous, but I'll not question that. Surely this will end eventually, though. Explosive dart thing. Shuriken. That was very lucky that I didn't get hit. Oh, okay, so he does turn around after hitting the apex of his thing in this version. Actually, that's not even... What the fuck? Okay. Even though I'm pretty sure every time that I hit him right after he did taunt in this, even when I did that with the melee, he didn't actually do that. Maybe it's a second form thing. I know this seems very comparable to, maybe I just suck. Maybe I'm too used to what I remember from the demo, but so far this does seem far more comparable to Dreadful Rag. We're gonna save again after that, just so we don't need to get that again. Even though that's probably not even that rare of a drop. Seems a lot more comparable in difficulty to Order of Ecclesia, which, kind of a ball buster if you don't know what you're doing. Which I guess I don't right now, because I've never played this particular game before in its release-ready version. But I'm getting there. I'm learning how to stagger the fuck out of enemies with this thing, so I don't regret my weapon of choice right now. Alright, clearly what I need to pull off is the yes, don't know what the fuck to do when he like runs at you and he doesn't even... He stops when he's in front of you. Wait, what? That somehow didn't hit him, even though every single other time it breaks through his guard. Let's see, what the fuck is up with that? Alright, finally I'm able to break away from the corner there. Jesus Christ, right. Yeah, there you go. Somehow. There. Gotcha. Alright, you need to fucking make sure you're right below him when he shoots at attack, that's the thing. Okay, made it to the second form without having to heal again, which I take as a good sign. Oh, there you go. Mate. Ooh, he does the fucking jump combo again. I never know when he's gonna do that jump combo, that's the thing. Ooh, I interrupted his fucking grapple thing. Ooh. Come on, do the thing. And now actually have your guard broken, thank you. You're gonna have to play this super safe again though, like I said. Just hit him no more than twice, oh boy. Yeah, I knew he was gonna follow me up, but I really didn't have any room to dodge, and I'm pretty sure I went under him there, but I still got knocked to the front of him somehow. Come on, do the thing. Yeah, that allows me to at the very least get behind you there. He could have followed up with the plunging attack after the jump there, but I don't know what made him decide not to that particular occasion. Oh boy, I don't have enough magic to retaliate here. Oh no, I just barely did. Okay, I think I finally did it.
Cease this at once, Zangetsu!
Ah, here we go.
Oh shit.
How many times do I have to tell you? Our enemies are the demons, and those in league with them.
And I say, what is the difference? The alchemists were the gunmen, the shardbinders the gun. All must be dismantled.
In the case of the alchemists, you are right. They coveted the powers of hell and must pay for it. But Miriam is not like them. She is fighting for us, at great personal risk.
Really? You forget how many of our friends perished for similarly misplacing their faith.
And do I look as weak? Look closer.
I was bored with her anyway.
Do your job, Zangetsu. You need to put a stop to Alfred.
And I will. But you listen to me, Shardbinder. If you value your life, then stay out of my sight. You can hold me to my word, Dominique. But don't presume to tell me what else I can or cannot do.
Tiniest exit stage left, pursued by a bear.
I apologize for my acquaintance. He had no right to speak to you like that.
Pay it no mind. I've been through worse.
I want you to know that I trust you, Miriam, and nothing anyone says could ever sway that trust.
Well, you have my thanks. It's nice to know that I have someone on my side.
Zangetsu is a demon hunter from a land far to the east, in the tumult of a decade ago, perhaps even longer. Demons robbed him of everything precious to him, and he's despised everything to do with them since. His strength, however, is second to none.
I saw it for myself. I could tell he was holding back, but he was a handful regardless.
Maybe it was a lack of conviction that dulled his blade. Well, I'll be off then. I mustn't leave Anne alone for too long.
I don't know, he was kind of a bitch to deal with before. But yeah, that about... Let's check out the compendium of the archives that we have so far, I guess. Miriam Jeeble, Johannes, Dominic Sengetsu. Demon Slayer from Nippon. Yeah, that's what we're gonna call it. No one knows his real name. He and others were called to England 10 years ago to fight against the demons. While in battle, cost Sengetsu an iron arm and all of his comrades perished. Since aligns himself with the church and seeks a chance at vengeance and atonement. As many of the demons have ties to his homeland, so it's basically the Neo shit, except here. Anything else new? Baal. Most powerful of the 72 demons of Solomon and king of the demon horde. I don't think we've seen him yet. What else? Same with Miriam Cern. I just hadn't seen that. What do you call it? The title of that item. Book written in Enochian script by an English alchemist. The glyphs were originally used to summon good spirits, but the members of the alchemy guild reconfigured the ritual in order to summon demons instead. Really, they just reconfigured it like that. Fuda are talismans imbued with dharmic power. They augment Sengetsu's strength and bliss of the eye and the arm he lost. Allow him to create special zones over which he has absolute control. Really, I don't get the feeling we're gonna have to deal with that shit later. Conjure shards. I've seen all of these, I think. Yeah, so that's that. Does Sengetsu show up in the demon list? He does. Demon Slayer from the Far East who crossed the sea in search of revenge. Okay, so you can see his stats, I guess. Level 11, so that's the recommended level for fighting him, I guess. Which we are not, we are level 9. So we're a little bit ahead of schedule here, I guess you might argue. They'd expect me to farm a little more grind before we get here, but... Let me see, anything else? Finish death by... killing more Barbatos, more Giramond, more Dolhammer, and more Sadnok. I guess, yeah, it doesn't track any of these deaths until, after you accept the quest. That's the point in which it starts tracking those. What else? Anything else I need? I guess techniques. I should write down that technique. I'm just gonna do it later when I do my next run of this. What about this? Maca weed, plum parma. Predatory grass that snaps at anyone foolish enough to tread on it. It looks kind of like those plants in the Woodfall Temple in Majora's Mask, actually, but... Plum parma, floating pig-like creature with a carnivorous bent. Barbatos, fearsome marksman who never misses his quarry. I'm pretty sure it's supposed to be named after another, goetic demon. It's kind of weird, because like, he's always depicted as an archer, but I don't think in the descriptions I've read there's things to indicate why that would be. Oh wait, I just realized that this is... all of the books you find, even these, are also... I don't need to write anything down, because they're also preserved in here, so there you go. Okay, so yeah, we're gonna take a step back so that we can save again, and then... Once we have, I'm gonna go a little bit further just to see what lies beyond that point. Here, it actually tracks like the progress of the quest that you have, I guess, in the bottom right. Oh. Alright, now we need 5 hits with this weapon to kill these guys. So this was the boss room. I'm glad to be rid of this. What happens if we keep going this way? Because this is all new territory. This is all completely blind territory for me. Beyond the scope of the demo, this goes. HP max up, I didn't even see, but I guess I was closing in on one of those upgrades. What do we got? Might as well check out all the exits first. Oh shit. Alka has Tectoplasm. Oh boy. Gun upgrade. What's over on this side? What the fuck is this? It's like a villager kind of thing, like in Order of Ecclesia.
Are you human?
What does it look like?
Well, I mean...
I'm not sure. Your body is covered with weird decorations.
Which ones?
Yes, but these are all the rage in Paris.
Oh, Paris. Wow, I've never been to Spain. The name's Benjamin.
I'm Miriam. Benjamin, you shouldn't be here.
I know. But I'm so scared I can't even stand up. Damn. I just want to go home.
Do I have any items that could help get him home?
I think we have this thing. Either or the waystone. I guess we have to give him the waystone.
This here help me escape?
I think.
Yes. Pick to your house. And don't let go of that thought.
All right, I'll try it.
There you go.
I think it worked.
I guess it might have, and I guess we get enough experience out of that to level up, and hey, we completed the quest, so we get a very, very loud quest completed fanfare, I guess. That's what that is. Let's see what else lies beyond. 5 alkahest, really. Well, we need that to, like, break down items into parts for the alchemy thing, but... Low scale armor. Okay, so I guess the book back here is the point of this. 11th hour to deflect physical attacks with Norachi, Onebamiens, and Getsto. Oh, and there's also a cracked wall here. You didn't think I would notice that, huh? But I did. Capacity up. So I guess you can kind of spot those cracked walls just by, you know, looking for actual cracks in the walls. A little bit difficult to do sometimes, but nothing I can't manage. Oh shit. How many hits does this guy need to die? 5 or 6 hits, I guess. Vertical grinder, right. Guess I hadn't acquired that power yet. Oh shit, in this timeline. Here's a Sabnock. God. Very fucking hard to avoid that lunge attack from the wrong distance. By which I mean too close, right. I don't know, I feel like it might take a little bit to might not be able to kill this demons quick enough for this. Might actually need to look into some stronger weapons of a type that can attack faster. That might be a smarter way to go about things. Right now. The Ansecht Kecht Cathedral. Hold on. What the fuck are these things? It's like Scissorman? Killer Barber. Oh boy. It's an interesting design for I see that there's a boar enemy up there. Let's see if I can cheese it from the floor. Yes, I can. You know, why wouldn't I? 50G, and here's more of those backer paintings and a bookshelf. Large enemies with that, with Thorn Whip, Snakebite, and Alberio. So I guess each of these weapons gotta have like a special kind of move. Yeah, we'll save our progress. At this point, I would honestly think I would say I'm just about ready to what do you call it? To call it for tonight, but honestly not feeling quite as like I'm nodding off so badly. It's kind of unfortunate. This exact fucking thing happened to me yesterday when I was doing the other thing. By which I mean I was doing the Portrait of Ruin, Brando. It's basically nodding off when I was nearly at the tail end of that stream, but now, right after that, it kind of magically goes away after a while, and finally I get past the, you know, the part that I was having massive trouble staying awake for, then, oh shit. We got evil backer paintings coming to life and attacking us. What demon is this? It might be a better idea at this point for me to just not to not keep going this way and just kind of take a quick step back and see what I can do to get a better weapon. Poltergeist is a portrait that has come to life and seeks new subjects for its canvas. There you go. What else? Gearmond, I don't know, Barbados, Plume, Grinder. Is there anything new that I didn't notice yet? What about the evil barber? Killer barber, here they are. Murderous barber turned demonic, seeking pretty women to scissor, so he's basically Scissor Man. Except, different. And a leonine demon with 5 legs, again. Boar pretty much made its debut in Castlevania in, like, I think Area of Sorrow. You know what, I think I'm actually gonna change the controls for this so that I can, oh, it's not here, I need options. Swap the confirm and back buttons. Yes, do turn that on, what are you doing? I'm getting confused about that again. Yes. Apply. Okay, now I have like genuine Nintendo DS Castlevania controls. For the menus at the... oh fuck. Can't believe Sarah Palin in blue is attacking me. Or a painting of her is. I'm sorry, that was probably rude to whoever that was. But hey, they clearly don't need my sympathies because they have all the money to give to have their picture in a game like this. I'm sorry, I shouldn't be antagonistic like that, but it's so easy though. What the fuck is this? Is this... it's like a soldier, I guess. It's gonna be an ability soul, skill shard. Permanent effect, yeah. Some MP, and this one is shortcuts. Possible to call up the state register with the menu shortcut with L2 and what? L2 and left stick. What does that mean? Oh, it's a quick wheel menu thing. Interesting. What would this be though? It would be like... I don't know. I guess I can just go in the menu and find that out for myself. Let's see. Shortcut, I guess? We're gonna call it G. Weapon is gonna be... is this like a loadout thing, I guess? Like the thing that lets you do quick... what am I thinking? Lets you do quick loadouts in the other Metroidvania games, like... you can switch from the sharp weapon loadout to the hammer loadout or whatever. Maybe that's what that's supposed to be. Oh shit, hold on. I kept screwed up. I just ended up unequipping everything by accident, I guess. I'll try to fix that. Pelicus, pirate hat, elf ears. Well, maybe I need the scale armor now instead. He's got like better armor for defense. Ring, elf ears, and I'll keep that, I guess. The tattered scarf. And I'm not gonna fuck with the shortcut thing right now. Fuck. How are we gonna try to not get murdered by this painting? There. If we can at least make it to the top of this room, and then maybe I'll give it a rest. Holy shit! What is that? Curith. It's just like a Cthulhu thing, or no, it's more like a... I think this was one of the enemies in Curse of the Moon. I think a lot of these were enemies in Curse of the Moon, honestly. I think it's more like the, oh Christ. Oh, for fuck's sake, I'm cursed and I'm gonna die. That's like absurd amounts of damage. Bye-bye. Alright, I'll just save. Oh, do save, damn it. Get confused about that. It's okay, I better get used to this, because I get confused otherwise. Yeah, this button is no, and this button is yes, I need to remember that. Hold on, let me try the fucking shortcut thing after all, though. Let's go with the normal one, I guess. We're gonna name it something else, we're gonna name it, heavy... weapon. Weapon is gonna be... hello. I'm stupid. The weapon is gonna be the Pelicus. The head. It's gonna be the same stuff that I have right now, I guess. It should only just be the weapons and, well, whatever. It's just technically... What is sword expertise? Single-handed sword and glove damage, yeah. Center shaft of rotating blades. I guess we can try that one out. And we can try this one, fly trap. We'll do summon ghost, I guess. Not familiar. The body's gonna be this, and this, and this, and the scarf's gonna be that one. And no, I don't know. We're fine without that. So that's heavy weapon. We're also gonna make one called quick. And it's gonna be the shoes, I guess. I don't know. They have better stuff. I guess the Bachelor would be better at this point. Longsword. I know, I'm just trying to look for something that's the same but quicker right now. And everything else here is gonna be exactly the same though. Okay, so let's give this a try. I say, let me see if I can stagger this dude with that, but apparently it's gonna be as easy as I thought. It's gonna take some getting used to get this done. Pretty much just saving now, so I don't have to redo that whole setup again. It's definitely gonna take some getting used to, but that's why I'm here. What am I doing? See, I'm trying to use the fucking change layout button combos from Dawn of Sorrow, basically, or Order of Ecclesia. Not Dawn of Sorrow. That's just that's like X. I had to use the switch between loadouts and that. And that's not what I'm doing here. What I'm doing is the one from Order of Ecclesia, where it's hold A and like L and oh fuck and R. Oh boy. This is gonna work against the doggos, I wonder. Apparently, yeah, the quick attacks do work against the doggos, but I got a skill from this. Poltergeist shard, which someone's poltergeist to create a protection barrier. Interesting. I will cheese enemies through the floor whenever I can. Leonine pelt. That guy in the background kind of looks like Jared Harris. I don't know. This dude's gonna come alive. Yeah, I have to remember this guy in particular. Just gonna ignore the complete misalignment of the depth of ourselves versus the painting in the background, I guess. I'm gonna fuck with the crying lady there, the fucking Left 4 Dead 2, which until I can clear out the rest of this place and make sure no other fucker's gonna come out and jump me while I'm trying to fight this piece of shit, alright. And then I'm just gonna stab the shit out of her. And take massive damage. I just realized what the curse does. It fucking cuts my health in half like in Dark Souls. Okay, so that's not as massive damage as before, but it is still massive enough damage that it will basically wreck me in 2 or 3 hits. Okay. I think I might need to look into more reliable weaponry. And try to figure out the matter of perspective. Because that's something that threw me off back in, Dracula X Chronicles, when that was a game that I played. Because I'm so used to playing Castlevania in 2D. Basically have my whole way that I deal with enemy perspective, distance and junk be based on that. Rababural. So I'm gonna go upward real quick just to see if I can get another drop from the poltergeist. Not even gonna bother trying to fight the fucking crying lady right now. I do get back up there. I'd have to check out some wonders of the upgrade system again before I head back into the fray. What is that again? That's like Algahest. Okay, yeah. I'm just gonna say that kind of looks like Algahest. I don't know, we made it all the way up here, so what I think I'm gonna try to do is destroy this fucker first. And then not even go to the left at all, because that fucking creature's in the way. I guess I could fight it completely with, like, bullet shards or whatever, but that would be the point in that. I say right after or right before I resolve to do that. And this dude, because I don't feel like fighting him with a super narrow hallway, but I end up having to do it anyway. Maybe I should just use more guns. Maybe this lends itself more to the gun through than I suspected. Alright, no, I think I need to change my spatial processing of this whole thing a little more to make it more palatable. What is the deal here? I guess we just can't go in there until we have a means to become tiny, like with the fucking morphs in Portrait of Ruin or something. This is interesting. It's in here. I'm kind of hoping that I find some kind of warp room at this point, honestly. Like what do we got? I have no idea what's to the left there, but somehow not having my hopes up. Actually, not even been that long since we've hit a warp room either, so shouldn't expect anything too soon. What the fuck is coming up here? I see something bad. Is that a giant cat? Is that like someone's backer creature that they made into an enemy in the game because they paid a huge amount of money to do so? I'm thinking. Pretty sure that was, yeah, one of the options for the campaign, so that definitely looks like that might well be the case. Now let's see what the archive says. Niabon is a reanimated cat that perished inside the castle and had a grudge to settle, and it's also a giant demon with horns and webbed ears, I guess. And just a generic demon enemy. This is very Castlevania. What the fuck is this though? Ordog. I mean, fucking... what's his face there? Odogaron from Monster Hunter. Augment intelligence. Yeah, that'll help. No, let's not go that way yet. Apparently this demon doesn't handle all that great when you've got, shit. Is that what you do? You jump? Yeah, the dogs jump, I guess. It's good to know. Doesn't charge at you like the other dogs do, the Gearmonts. Just does hopping attacks, dance mask. What's in this shelf? The guild has been abandoned by yet another patron. Today's world sees our work as meaningless, fruitless mysticism, and whilst my superiors have tried scaring the aristocracy by insinuating their mockery of the intangible will bring demons to their gates, doubt these tactics will suffice to avert the guild's demise. My superiors act with alacrity now. They have sent a missive demanding I focus my studies on the conjuring of demons, so they see my crystal as a waste of time, and this new task is not. Liber Logaeth has been with the guild for generations, and I think I can squeeze a demon out of it now their faith is sorely misplaced. Boy, yeah, I can pretty sure I know where that's going. It's literally the fucking Ansem journal from Kingdom Hearts 1. Except there's more than one person doing the shitty, misguided thing. Okay, here's a warp room, that's good. That's exactly what I wanted. Okay. Just let me see what's over here, though. It's not another seat. What is this?
A demon!
Yeah.
Wait! I'm a good killer, Barber!
Alright.
Butchers and cutthroats all say as much.
I'm not a cutthroat. I've never cut anyone. Well, I have, but these scissors. They've cursed me to become a demon.
Then why not cast them aside?
Cast them aside? If I could take them off, I wouldn't be cursed. Duh. The name's Todd.
Oh boy, it's
The only way
fucking...
my curse will be lifted is if I barber my way through 666 different hairstyles.
It's fucking Sweeney Todd, of course.
Well, why not just make the hairstyles up then? Lop a little off here or there.
Ah, there's a penalty for sloppy lopping. If I don't give my patrons good haircuts, the scissors kill them dead.
You have the worst curse ever.
Yes, quite literally, yes. Please, can you help me find information about hairstyles? I'll cut you for free.
That is not an enticing offer.
No, not cut you, cut it. Wait, what are you even worried about? You look like you could rip me into 100 pieces.
I really could. All right, you have a deal.
Right, so we have the haircut selector in here, I guess.
So?
Do you have any options right now? Keep the sideburns. Watch my hair catalog. Oh boy. Full customizability. We can go for like full wavy, or we can go with slightly straighter hair. But about as long, I guess. How about the color? Oh boy, of course. Oh man. I think we're gonna keep the... I don't know, is this different? I'm gonna go with the darker option. The customs main color. Oh boy. I'm gonna be here a while. Or at least as long as it takes me to go through all these options. I like the blue. I don't know. Usually go for that if that's already an option. Let's go for the red for a while. Custom sub-color. Oh boy. For the over coverings stuff. Time to go horribly misguided here. Can mix red and green. Go patriotic or just keep the default. I don't know. What if I do this? What if I have black covering and then red on top of it? That seems classy, right? There.
The look suits you fine.
Notice too that he has a freaking painting of Dominique in the background. I wonder what's up with that. But hey, I did it. I discovered the fucking character customization room that I didn't even know was in the game. I'm glad that nobody casually revealed that to me while I was in the Discord. That would be... Hello? Okay, apparently I have to still pick the button to confirm that I want to come here, even though the controls are supposed to be inverted for that. A bit of a confusing thing there. I feel like there's definitely need for a day one patch and a few other fixes at this point, but getting very good around or about the vast majority of what I've seen in the game so far. So I'm gonna save real quick. Yep. Don't really want to do that much more though, like I said, because I'm gonna be redoing this whole thing when I wake up in the morning tomorrow, and we actually get into the Steam version. Speaking of which, it doesn't let me preload that Steam version yet, does it? Let's see, because if I go to Bloodstained Ritual of the Night, yeah, it says it has not been officially released, and if I go to the store page for it, it says release date is June 18th, which it has been for nearly 2.5 hours now. It says that the pre-purchase promotion ends in 9.5 hours. So I know there's that. Hold on, what's going on here?
Staying up late tonight? What
Yeah.
are you transmuting this time?
Is he saying that because he notices the system clock? Is that like a Psychomantis thing? Oh, well, whatever. I can't like enhance my weapons though, can I? Kind of see what weapons I can craft that would be better than what I have. That I don't already own one of, basically. How much money do I have? Does it show here? I don't think it does. That's the thing. What about shards? We can craft shards. Yeah. Okay, so we can craft shards. I wasn't just imagining that. I don't know. How about the safe ring? Sacrifices attack power to increase defense. That's fine. Kinda need quite a bit of both right now to survive. But mostly to find like a good weapon that's reliable. Dull blade, spear, musketoon. I don't know, like if I want some of the best weapons in this, what would I need? Toy shoes. Oh boy. 2 hemp, 1 durable leather, rat teeth. But I don't need like another. I'm pretty sure some of these high level weapons would require like a lower level weapon as a base to craft from. Like for a poison kukri you need a regular kukri. And 2 poison, which we can buy at the shop for a premium. How about this invisible blade? Need 9 ectoplasm, 4 steel, 1 silver. Yeah, I might have to actually spend some time grinding so I can get better weapons in this. Thorn whip, flame whip. Blunderbuss, dawn blade. I kinda wanna see if I can get one of the 8-bit coins so I can craft one of these. L'Oreal rhyme boots, oleanders, shield weapon. Encrypted orchid, oh boy. Can't wait for someone to tell me exactly what that means. Ikari, Moonwake, Godcross. All of these are for an 8-bit coin, which intrigues me. Certain ruler of the universe's sword, ew, ew. Mysterious broken longsword fused together with a magic crystal curse is the red beast's edge. Well, strange rod from another world. Deathbringer, cloth unlucky, blood grinder. Isn't that the thing that the grinder knights that I've been fighting have? No, it doesn't look the same. Doesn't look like a drill. Weapon that crushes opponents is Silent Calamity, Sculptor's Chisel, Black Dragon's Ode. Boy, there's a lot of these. Renee's Requiem. And Ambivalence. How do I prepare food? Let's see.
Johannes, can you tell me more about what happened 10 years ago?
Hidden dialogue, I guess.
It started when the interests of the rich shifted away from the spiritual and esoteric in favor of more material investments. The alchemist's research was expensive. The guild members didn't want to lose their wealthy patrons. So they warned again and again that demons would come if people let go of their spirituality. But people don't change that easily. So the alchemists took a more drastic measure.
You mean us? The Shardbinders?
Yes. It shames me that I was even connected to what they did. But at least you have the facts of it.
It's all right. Thank you for telling me.
Oh, I just realized that
So, what would it be?
I backed out of the thing instead of confirming. That's why that that dialogue happened. But apparently we still don't even have enough ingredients to make any of these. It's kind of troubling. What about enhancing the shards? Augment intelligence with ectoplasm, faster casting, faster single-handed sword mace attacks, coverage, duration. Guess we would want to improve that one, but don't know. Don't know, this one didn't like improve all that much from the improvement that we made.
Stop back often.
I guess I'll try. Guess I'll just check the money shop for now. Actually, should I be able to get rewards from this lady?
Have you learned anything new?
Here's what I've turned up.
And sit down. Oh hey, I can get even more Oh god. These are fucking clock tower names. Down the wheelwright by killing the Wolfman and Edward the Smith by killing the Shield Outsider, which I don't think we've even fought yet. Some of these, the Delta Border, we need to accept all of these though, so we can...
Help Port to the cattlemen rest in peace. Kill those murderers dead!
So we can have that accepted as the quest though.
Here's what I've turned up on monsters. Help Dan the wheelwright rest in peace. Kill those murderers dead!
That's
Here's what
What?
I've turned up on the monsters.
That's Wolfman. What else? Assassins and shield outsider, which I don't think we've seen at all. That's the thing.
Help Edward the Smith rest in peace. Kill those murderers dead! Here's what
And
I've
this
turned
one.
up on the monsters. Help Sean the merchant rest in peace. Kill those murderers dead!
And now to collect the rewards for the ones that are, well, for the one that I've already done, I guess. Wasn't there one that was like kill for gear, but I guess I didn't do that one. I only need one more of that. Brigandine. We can get 5 obsidian at least.
Good work. Here's your reward.
Ah, that's loud. Alright. Let's check out the shop now, I guess. If there's any new developments here.
I found a carriage that will take me across the courtyard bridge, but a stone statue is blocking the way.
What a coincidence! A message arrow just arrived from Zangetsu. In the Temple of Rainbow Glass, seek the demon carrying a stone statue in tribute.
Really?
Perhaps that demon's shard is just the power you need.
Right, we have cryptic hints, I like it. That's actually very Sorrow games.
Does Zangetsu have Herculean strength? How did he manage to cross the bridge?
He drew a little sketch here at the bottom of a burly man leaping a great chasm.
You jump good. Little set here at the bottom.
Oh, come on.
Is there anything else you need?
I don't know. Let's see. What if I want to buy weapons here? What's better than what I currently have? If anything, Flamberge. Actually, this is one of the best weapons that we can get in the demo, I'm pretty sure, but we didn't have to buy it there. How about the boots? Do we have any better boots? Little boots? There are knives concealed inside, so they're... you know, this might be interesting. Kinda wanna buy the Flamberge just so I can... You know... How much do the bullets cost? Didn't cost that much. Soft point rounds, hollow point rounds. Supposed to be other rounds, I think. I can buy an 8-bit coin for 4,000 as well, though. It's weird. Extremely rare and valuable coin for 64,000. Surely there's other ways to get this, though. I don't know. Staggering, basically. I think when I redo this early part of the game tomorrow, I probably gonna spend a bit more time grinding just so I can get my bearings with all the stuff that I can do here in the crafting area. I get the feeling that might be the key to making the tetchy parts less tetchy that I've seen so far. But right now, I guess I'm gonna buy the Flamberge because I don't know any better. I don't have any of those right here.
Is this right? Thank
I
you.
would know if I did.
Thank you. Come back anytime.
Let me check this shortcut so I can make sure that it's heavy weapon, yeah. Flamberge and Rava Bural. Oh boy. Been forgetting to check like the other weapons that I even have. Rava Bural is... Can even try it out real quick just to see what it looks like. Oh shit. Do you see what weapons this is? Do you fucking see what weapon this is? I did not realize that this would be. But I guess the Vorpal Blade is in the game, at least. Holy shit. I'm actually quite glad that I managed to discover this for myself and not, like, see someone else playing the game doing this, because I would be like... Jesus, man. I don't know, if I wasn't already sold on the game, this would be like I need to use this. I can't possibly end this stream right now without having used this. I'm gonna go back to the ship so I can potentially steamroll whatever's in the way. See exactly how this... Oh, hey, who are you? Are you the guy that I rescued?
I'm glad me fields are rid of those monsters, but they're in a terrible state. I'll need to replant everything.
Oh, with that voice.
What will you grow?
Well, I haven't decided yet. Where are my manners? I'm Harry.
Hi, Harry.
Miriam.
Tell me, Miriam, do you have anything I might be able to grow?
I have seeds, I guess.
If you let me do the farming, I'll give you your share of the harvest, and you won't even have to lift a finger.
Oh, all right. I'll keep an eye out.
Good. I'll be waiting in the fields.
Guess I'll just give him the corn seed right now.
Can you plant this?
Sure, I'll get to work.
Can I just give him everything at once, or?
These things take time to grow.
No, I guess you can only plant one thing at once. I was kind of imagine. Okay, so there's more people here. Like, it's no really indication that there would be.
What a bloodbath. We were slaughtered.
Oh god, it's an Irish woman.
But you're not like us. You're strong. I saw you fighting.
Maybe a Scottish one, I don't know.
Oh, it was more luck than skill.
Oh, humble too. My name is Abigail. What's yours?
Miriam.
Well, Miriam, might I ask you a favor? I want to give the dead a proper burial.
Yeah, this sounds a bit more Scottish so far, actually.
Of course.
But that's not going to be possible for some. In the very least, though, I'd like to bury some keepsake for each of them. A Valkyrie like you should have no trouble finding such things.
Can't tell if it's genuine or if it's a phony accent, though.
Can I count on you? I'll see that you're rewarded.
I'd be happy to do it.
Thank you. Then, let me show you.
Okay, so we need to bring it... Do we have a tunic? A tunic with us right now that we don't have equipped? I think we do. Sure, we'll give that to you.
How are you, Miriam?
Look what I brought you.
Getting by.
Hold on. Do I need to, like, check what the giver in the quest? Is that it? Like, avenge the death, blah blah blah. And then there's this, memory of Catherine. Wait, so we already got the reward for that? Hold on. So...
How are you, Miriam?
So if, I need to actually select it, I mean, yeah, hand over the tunic.
Here's what you asked for.
This is it. That's one more villager we can lay to rest. Here's your reward.
Alright, no, so it marks the quest as... Well, I guess it's check marked because, like, we have the conditions fulfilled, but we need to actually give it to her to complete it.
This is the keepsake I'm looking for.
Right. I'll see if I can find it.
What else? Memory of Caleb, I need a ring, which I only have one of those, so...
Thank you.
And I have it equipped right now, I'm pretty sure, so I'm not gonna give it to her right now. Oh boy. Oh shit. Okay, well, here's the problem. This doesn't seem to have any real staggering power, and... It's not quite as spammable as far as how quickly the frames come out for it as the Vorpal Blade, which would be the equivalent weapon to this in Symphony. But I'm still gonna try for a few more of these enemies. I have to kill a few of these dollar hammers, so... Flip. It's probably gonna be pretty easy. Writhing limb. How many dollar hammers do I need to kill? Well, I'm sure the game will tell me if I, like, come back into the screen and kill another one. It's gonna take a minute to do this, so I might as well go ahead and complete that quest, and that'll probably be it for... Well, if I can find the other guy too, because I did find another guy. Okay, it's 2 out of 3, so this should be the last one here. There, I completed the quest. And I could go... I guess I could use a warp point to get to, like, where the Gearmunds are and kill one more of those and get another reward for that, but meh. Not gonna put way too... like, a whole lot of time into that right now. I'm gonna be walking away from this version after tonight for a good while, as I said. So here's this person. She wants a ring and I can't give her the ring. What about this guy? Did he grow the corn yet? Really?
Here's your share.
That was fast. Got 10 corn.
Here to plant something.
And I'll give you the rice seed, I guess.
Can you plant this?
Sure, I'll get to work.
Guess I'll just give him all the seeds right now, but how do I leave and come back and then just keep doing that? Is that what makes time advance? Is that actually what makes time? Oh my god, it is. Okay. It's literally fucking screen transition, so you can just spam this shit until the thing's ready.
I finished the harvest. Here's your share.
Guess that works. 10 rice.
Here to plant something.
Yeah, and I'll get it right away.
Can you plant this?
Sure, I'll get to work.
Like at this point I assume that giving him the seeds to do the harvest is the smartest way to spend them. But maybe they have a different use, I don't know. Hey, what's up?
I finished the harvest. Here's your share.
I don't have anything.
Oh, it's too bad. Drop by if you turn anything up.
Alright. Well, one more thing I want to try is if I can figure out where the guy that I rescued from the mansion is. Is he somewhere in town? Like, is he gonna be in this part of the level, or... So I thought that if he would be somewhere around here, he would be in the... what do you call it? In the, you know, that safe zone that's right next to the shops, but maybe not. I'm gonna take a quick look around and see if I can't find him. Then get my reward for the monster quest, and it'll probably be that for, probably be that for the stream right now. Oh hey, yeah, you can actually break through the floor here. Wasn't even sure. That was possible because it didn't work at first. Okay, so yeah, because this not verbal blade thing doesn't stagger, it's not like the best weapon to use against the rats here. At least if you face them head on, you can like do that, I guess, and not get hit, but that's advanced tactics right there. I would expect just any old player to be able to do that hasn't been playing Castlevania for like 10 years plus. Clearly only those people have a big enough brain to do that. What the fuck is down here? I don't think this was open in the demo. Hey, I almost missed this completely, what the fuck? What do we have down here? Is it a whole other area that I just didn't notice before? It's open? Yeah. What's this? Let's take a look at this real quick. Forbidden underground waterway. Seems like a pretty generic, if descriptive name for an area. Kind of like the underground reservoir in Area of Sorrow. It doesn't really look like we can do much. Oh fuck! Right now, either though. I can spam attacks on that guy and get the... That's Farnius, okay. That's the same kind of enemy that the... same demon that the big floating flying jellyfish enemies in the DS Castlevanias were named after. You might remember those, because those were in both Portrait of Ruin and Order of Ecclesia, I'm pretty sure, but yeah, much like with the underground waterway in Area of Sorrow, you can't actually do much right there, right now, because you can't go underwater. But at least now I know that, sir. I didn't even realize that at first. But yeah, I get a feeling that I'm gonna get a lot... Oh boy, I can't even get up here right now because I've got the bridge is extended, so that's a bit of a dead end. So I guess that's a no-go right now. I'm gonna take another quick sweep of the, I guess, the eastern half of the town so I can figure out for... sure whether or not Mr. Alchemist, or not Alchemist, but the freaking guy that I rescued from the castle is there. And then I'm going to go back to the hub for one last time and then call it. Oh, okay, so this does, the floor there does stay broken. I was wondering about that. Ooh. Come down here, please, don't shoot me with your arrows. Yeah, dummy. Alright. Can sit down here in the chair like in Dawn of Sorrow, I guess, and probably a few other games that I don't remember. Maybe there's a hidden functionality for that. Surprise gift. Earlier equip opponent enemies with Baselard, Mangosh, Karn, Venom, and Mandaupas here, so none of the ones that I have right now, basically. Except Baselard, which I guess I could try. Hold on. It's basically the all-purpose special weapon skill button combo for a lot of the weapons in Symphony, actually. But you can just, like, straight up throw it like a knife sub-weapon in Castlevania. Yes, I'll try to at least hit something with this. On my way back, though. I'm going back in the castle. Right now. I mean, I might just kill a Girimund. You know what, fuck it, I'm gonna do that, kill a Girimund, and then finally go back to the hub again. I gotta remember I have the knife now. I can shank people with extreme prejudice, or demons, I guess. Pretty people. In the truest sense of the word. Surprise, bats. Just gonna take my time and let the bats come at me one at a time so I can just do that to all of them. Or not. It's actually a pretty good move as far as how much damage it does and range it has. Die, Sabnok. I'll just spam shit at you from this far away. And then spam the normal attack and hope that you die. Oh yeah, I also needed to kill a Sabnok for the quest. I actually forgot about that, but hey. 2 birds with 1 stone. Hold on, where's the nearest... It's gonna be a while until I get to the nearest warpoint, but might as well go the extra mile and... gonna end up spending way more time in this exploration and trying to find more things. Oh hey, there's the Girimund that I want to... Or not, never mind. Maybe I can just turn back now, because that's 2 demons that I wanted to kill, dealt with, pretty much. I might as well do this, because I'm pretty sure I'm gonna go back to this version eventually, regardless, because I want to beat both the Steam version and the PS4 version at some point. Ooh. Big who. And hey, you already know I got a bit of valuable, unique shard that I had not acquired yet for my troubles. So what's up with the, I think I know what's up here with the, the map saying that there's a way to get down from here. It's because this pool in the middle, you can kind of sink down. That's something that you notice in the in some of the demos as well. If you can sink down in that pool, then I'm guessing that you have the ability to sink down completely. Then you can, you know, actually go to a room below it that way. Sure, I'll save. It's actually been a while since I saved, hasn't it? Oh shit. Shitballs, okay, it's fine. I'll just shank all of these bone mortars with extreme prejudice, and I will also... Okay, I just realized that this fucking chain move doesn't even have any real range. Kinda sucks. I'm gonna have to do this the other way, I think. Hit them with the flambers that I paid fucking 4,000 gold for. Might as well get some use out of that. So at least this has range. Range and power. Just like a vector. Except that's, it's not the same words that you used to describe that. It's, like direction and force or magnitude. What to do here? We still don't have the key for this door, do we? Nope. I guess we have to just approach from the other side to unlock that. It's not a key thing as much as it is pull the lever from the correct side of the thing. Can't get over there either. Okay. Just notice how much of a fucking roundabout it is just to get to the friggin' the pre-Sengetsu. What do you call it? The pre-Sengetsu warp room. Because there's pretty much nothing else to help refresh you in the meantime, except that one save room that I left behind just a little while ago. And I'm pretty sure the issue is that you pretty much just gotta learn how to get good in this game. Just like I learned through many arduous years of training how to get good at the rest of the Castlevanias. I'm kind of getting good now that I have a much better weapon that I bought with my own money. I can just spam stuff with. I just gotta find ever stronger weapons and find ways to buff them up, I guess. So, unlock a little bit more of the map by coming down here. And, we need a Warhorse's key, that's right. Special key there. Okay, now I can now kill the toads in one hit, so that's cool. I couldn't do that before the first time I came around here. Release Toad. Christ. Can also get fucking stun locked by the enemies. It's actually kind of troublesome. I think there will be a little bit of knockback to, you know, make sure that you don't get locked in a stun lock position there, but maybe not. What is this obsidian equipment stuff that I keep finding? Hold on. Is it here? And hold on. Box. Oh. Don't see any new items there. Corn, potato, Fornius fillet. Can we consume that? Guess not. Cheese, smelting skull. Raw materials. Lion mane, rat tail, small webbing, dreadful rag. Obsidian equipment. Recipe for obsidian equipment. Okay, so I guess you bring the R items to what's his face, Johannes. That's like his recipes for crafting more shit. Plume pork. I still don't know what you would use to get past this, but I'm sure it will make sense eventually. Just gotta try out all of the abilities that I have. Like one day I'll be able to hit people with this, but I guess I'll make some kind of an effort to try to do that with the next next enemy that I see that's in range. I still don't know how to get up there. I just have to get some kind of a double jump. That'll open so many doors for me when I do. I have no doubt that it's coming eventually. Moon here looks kind of suspicious. It's like the fake moon that that evil Grimoire demon apparently uses when, I don't know, it's herald or something when it's nearby, I feel. Maybe I should be suspicious of that room for that reason. I just gotta say, I'm pretty sure I should be able to kill Barbados with 3 hits at this point. True arrow. Let me see if I can hit this Barbados with this. Apparently I cannot. Come on. This thing has fucking no range. What gives? Unless this guy's just immune to that somehow. Oh, hey, another level. What level am I now? I'm level 12, okay. Because this is not how it's supposed to work. Oh, it's a continuous thing. I didn't even realize that. It was just like I thought it was just like a lashing whip or something. Alright, with that in mind, let's try it on this guy. Okay, that's actually good if you can actually get that to work. Ooh, okay. If we fall here, though, what do we find? Because I remember I fell down on the stairs at some point and then nearly fell down further and my efforts were negated. My dreams were dashed. Melting bone, blunderbuss, and over here we have obsidian in the chest, and I guess that's it. What have we got in here? Another chest with lethal boots inside, alright, so thank goodness I didn't bother spending money on those, I guess. Ooh, I want that. I have to fall here pretty much just to get back on track to something, so if only that lands here. Land anywhere that I can even get it, or did it just evaporate because it fell too far out of the screen range. If the latter is the case, then I'm kind of question why that exists in the game, but, you know, in current year, between brackets, but surely I don't need to be concerned. Let's just get to the next, keep going the long way around to get to the next war point so we can go back to the, whatchamacallit, the hub area and wrap this up. One day I'll learn how to use words. But today is not that day. So we get a clue for the obstacle here. Apparently there's some kind of rainbow crystal place where we can find an enemy with a statue. And apparently we're told that its shard might be the key to undoing the obstacle that's in front of the carriage there. You know, I'm inclined to believe. Oh fuck. Oh, we can now one-shot these plants, I guess. That's cool. Actually really surprised at like how generous the drop rate for a lot of these enemy shards and stuff has been so far. Feels like randomizer tier drop rates rather than standard Castlevania drop rates. And you know, I approve of that. It makes it less grindy, and I'm pretty sure there's gonna be some super rare stuff that is gonna be really grindy, but it would make sense to not expect like a lot of that so early on in the game. There we go. And every time I hear that fucking yell, it reminds me of the fucking meme. It's just like an in-joke, I guess. I'm still gonna call it a meme. So yeah. Dienkekt, Secht, whatever you say that in Arbentville. But yeah, for some reason you need to use the button key to actually confirm in the teleportation selection screen. It's still gonna bother me. Oh, hey, that guy drops a stone mask. I don't think that's how I got my one stone mask that I have. Let's get the stuff from this lady.
Found anything new?
Here's what I've turned up on the monsters.
Let's get Uni Rice Bowl.
Good work. Here's your reward.
Got any targets for me?
Here's what I've turned up on the monsters.
Hemp.
Good work.
Have you learned anything new?
Here's what I've turned up on the
And
monsters.
Sabinok ×2.
Good work.
Which gives us the Brigandine. Or you can interrupt that fanfare by going in the menu. Is that better than what I currently have? It is. Okay, I'm glad. Dance mask, elf ear, stone mask. I guess I could replace that with the stone mask, honestly. Yeah, this looks fine. What else? I think we're about ready to wrap things up here, honestly. Equipment. No, I didn't find any better weapons yet, do we? Also, thanks for 7 bits, Redbur. I guess you can look at the archives one last time. See any demons who might not have been privy to their information before. Look at this fucking cat. And I got a friend who is one of those people who's obsessed with cats. They probably look at this and go, I want to buy this game now. Probably shouldn't let them know that I'm talking about them like this. Oh, hey, the painting for this changes every time that you select it. You can look at all the paintings here, I guess, if you're so inclined. Seems to be completely random though, so if you want to like look at a specific one, you just gotta get lucky. It's a cat painting. There's at least 2 cat paintings, is what that's telling me. Where's my dog painting, man? Thought I saw an EGAP painting when I first selected this thing during the, you know, when I first hovered over it in this menu right now, but it's not coming up again. There it is, okay. So there is an EGAP painting. It can attack you, so it's pretty much the same, what do you call it? The same painting enemy. That's the parody of the painting enemy from Rondo of Blood that was in Curse of the Moon. What else? It's a toad. Savage amphibian that feasts on human flesh. I think it's really the only thing that I hadn't seen yet. Of course, there's the enemies that haven't gotten their shards yet, and now I have. I have 11% of all shards, and apparently 20% of the enemies is covered. Ah. Okay, so you can interrupt the fanfare by going in the menu, but then it picks up again when you go out of the menu. That's interesting. Don't have anything new that we can get here, do we?
What are you looking to buy?
I don't know, check the weapons again. Lethal boots, I already have one of those, I don't need that. There aren't any weapons I can buy here right now that are like, that have higher base damage than the Flamberge. Nope.
Thank you.
So I guess I'll be giving that a rest for now. I will, however, be trying to figure out if I can...
Staying up late tonight? What are we
I don't know if this staying up late comment is because it like reads your system clock like Psychomantis, or it's just like a generic comment because the whole game takes place at night. It's hard for me to tell. Can we finally make some... We can make the Udi rice ball because we got that as a reward already from the one of the quests, but we can make a rice ball as well. Had apples and eggs. We can buy a lot of these ingredients, I'm pretty sure, from the shop, but really it's better to grind them out. Let's make one rice ball. With our... that's the cooking animation, I guess. It's like in Paper Mario.
Oh, about the castle. It may not be much help, but let me tell you what I know. The castle itself was summoned from hell, demons and all.
Shouldn't hell be capitalized? Oh well.
But the site it rests on is where the Alchemists Guild once lay.
I'm pretty sure we learned this through the archives thing.
So you may find traces of our facilities intermingled with the rest.
Okay.
Now that you mention it, I do remember seeing an area dedicated to the study of Eastern mysticism.
I don't.
Yes. And another of us was researching how to create giant organisms.
Boy.
Anyway, just be mindful of the facility's existence. The knowledge may keep you out of harm's way while you explore.
Right. Thank you.
So there was an Onmyo weeb, and there was a guy who was trying to recreate Giant Land from Mario 3, and, you know, hold that thought, because well, I'm gonna eat the food right now and see how this works. Scrumptious. We get a bonus. And... I don't know. What if we eat this now? We also get a bonus. This is like the total bonus that we've gotten from the food so far. It's not like temporary, is it? I thought it's supposed to be permanent. Hold on. Do the archives tell me that? Alchemy notes. It's just like the recipes. Longest jump kick streak. I guess it keeps track of this like in Paper Mario, wouldn't you know it, with the multi-jump thing. No items disassembled, no book checkouts. Still know what's up with that. I thought like the bookshelves that we found might have to do with that, but it's a different thing entirely. Unique familiar summon 0. We haven't found any familiars yet, or absorb the blood. Oh boy. So maybe we can do the Dark Metamorphosis Blood Heal from Symphony in this. How about the compendium? I don't know, terms? Food? It doesn't tell me that here. Items. I don't know. Shh. That doesn't matter. I just assume that the bonuses that I get are actually permanent, because it wouldn't really make sense otherwise, but yeah, we'll save. That's pretty much where we're gonna leave off the game for now. It's 3 AM. I'm ready to go to sleep for an absurdly long time, basically, and wake up tomorrow after Bloodstained is finally fucking available to play on Steam. I don't know why they decided to make that not a midnight launch and instead make it a fucking 8 in the morning of the launch day launch, as opposed to this. So I have to play the PS4 version instead, but there you go. Let's go back to the title screen. I guess we have that that option. You can resize 100% in the minimap, did you know that? They also let you do that in the demo, so that's cool. Let's ignore the silhouette of Lubu that you see in the save room and in the tips thing. And let this beautiful, beautiful Michiru Yamane intro piece lull us to sleep, or at least lull me to sleep as I bring this to an end. To be continued tomorrow, and pretty much for the foreseeable future, so I'm going to be spending all my time with this game and streaming it, I expect, for the next week or so at least. except on Thursday, where I'm gonna have to cease that for a very brief period because I have a dentist appointment on that day. But other than that, that's the first look at Bloodstained Strum that I did. So there you go. Yes, I am very stained with blood. It's very messy. But hey, look at that. It's Fangamer notified me that my digital key was available at midnight, which was like 4 hours after I already redeemed it because it showed up in the survey page first. The next question, of course, is going to be when the fuck am I going to be able to actually preload? Because that's something that a lot of people in the Bloodstained Discord noticed and complained about. It's like, if you look at the Steam news right now, it pretty much says, hey, you can preload Bloodstained right now, except you can't. It's a fucking lie. They don't let you do that yet. But oh well. I'm pretty sure that won't be a problem whenever I regain consciousness. Blood of the Bloodless. Now that Blood of the Bloodless is the blood of the other fanservice boss that's coming later in the game. Way to spoil that default Jeez, even though she was also a boss in Curse of the Moon. But, oh, that's a stream. And, what do you call it? I said, you know, when they mentioned the fucking giant thing, it's like giant like in Mario 3 and all that thought, because, it's pretty much the end of the stream, so we're gonna be raiding if you want to stick around for that, which I assume that you would, because I don't know any better. I mean, that's not fair to other people involved, but as I usually end up doing in, like, days that this is relevant, which is usually just Fridays and Saturdays, but it's also technically relevant on Mondays and Tuesdays. And we're rating Cap'n_K_. That's how you write that, right? Yeah. Who's playing Mario 3. So you'll take it easy. Thank you for coming like always, everybody. Thanks for chatting, always great whenever people chat. And I will be, as I've said, I will be seeing you tomorrow for the continuation of Bloodstained, and the day after that, and presumably the day after that repeat ad infinitum until I actually... Hey, this isn't actually accurate because we got the Bloodstained soundtrack right now. Repeat ad infinitum until I beat the game, basically, and basically get sick of it, which I hope I don't. At least get to a huge level of completion percentage with it. Hold on. Let the music stop. Oh, I know why, because this doesn't have the fucking video capture thing. Let me add that to the outro thing. Yeah. I'll put that at the bottom. Oh shit, I just loaded the game. I didn't mean to. You know what, just pretend that you can hear the music, even though I guess you can't. For some reason, no, I know why, because it needs to output to the desktop. There it goes. You're gonna listen to the music for the last few moments, last few seconds of the stream before the raid forces you to leave. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, boom.